Hello, and welcome to Tucson, Arizona.
Christian Bale's here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Daniel.
Double Daniels.
Yep,
For a double dose of that pimpin'.
got both the Daniels out here today.
Upgrade spelled with 2 D's.
Yeah, because you're just now. This is like the first time you've been awake when we're doing these.
Yeah.
Normally
Yeah,
you're
you are
sleepy.
normally asleep.
Normally you're sleepy bear from working all night.
Or playing Elden Ring.
True.
So I just watched Smile for the first time.
What'd you think of it?
It was interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Like that one really messed up with my brain.
I
Like
I liked the ending, but I think there was one that I guess you had to have it continue, so you had to have it end the way it ended. But I think there was one other option for an ending that they didn't explore that I thought would have, actually there was two that
Okay.
could have avoided it continuing on. But clearly they wanted to be able to make a second one. Haven't
Yeah,
seen the
they're-
second one yet. But
It's in theaters, right?
yeah. Yeah. not
See it
on
when it
time
comes
for that.
out.
Yeah, I'll get it when it comes out.
Yeah. I want to check out the second one.
So
When
what'd
my
you think?
mom talked about it, I watched the preview for it today.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Preview looks pretty good. Yeah.
They go harder.
It looks like it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
go way harder.
Yeah.
So hopefully on this video, we won't have any black screens, and hopefully my stuff doesn't crash at all. So got a new computer
Fingers are crossed.
and got the new RAM for the new computer and RAM chargers. And I'm pushing everything to the limit right now.
1080p, 1080p.
Yep, everything's full HD and also 60 frames a second. Like really pushing everything to the end. Yeah, keep doing that to make sure my frames
Look like Steven Seagal.
doesn't
doing
demand
karate.
it. I know, dude. But if you watch the CPU, when you
Yeah.
start doing a lot,
It ramps
it
up.
ramps up
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's trying to compensate. So far, I think we're doing all right.
I think so.
So, what'd you think of Smile?
Smile. I liked it. It was really good. It was interesting. It put a lot of things into perspective.
Like what? You can't talk all big like that and then not
Pack it up.
get into it.
Yeah. Just like how you perceive things and how you're gonna deal with the problems that are in front of you, and like not being able to go around them. You have to go straight into them. You can't avoid them. You can't push them back. You have to find a way to deal with it, one way or another. You can't go around it. It's kind
Can't
of like
hide.
it's kind of like it'll take an hour to go into a mountain or an hour around the mountain.
Well, then that's an hour either way. I think it would be
I
like
think the saying is
I think
a little
There's
different.
something like that.
go an hour through the mountain or a day around the mountain.
Yeah, I think
It
that's
was-
the same.
I think it is like that too.
Because an hour and an hour is an hour.
Yeah. I'd go around the mountain.
Yeah.
If it took the same time as going through a mountain.
Less ghouls.
Yeah, less gray skinned dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less goblins.
The Duergar live
Yeah.
underground,
You
dude.
don't have to deal with the dwarves when you go through the mountain.
Or like try and figure out which one's lying or which one's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I thought Smile was okay. It wasn't great, in my opinion, but it was all right. Like, it was worth a watch. I don't know that I'm ever going to watch it again.
Okay.
And, I mean, that's just my opinion. Don't shoot me. But I think it was...
I've only seen
well,
it once.
I think it was well done. And I think it was, like, the scary stuff. Like, this... I mean, I can't really call it... I guess the scary...
Mhm.
Because it's jarring. It's all jump takes.
Mhm.
Like, everything in there's a jump scare.
Mhm.
Like, even the ending is kind of a jump scare, and it gets like pretty gruesome at the one part, like near the end, when whatever the hell it is finally wins.
Mhm.
But like, it was good. I liked it. It was well done. I liked the acting. And we just watched that god awful movie Longlegs, and the same
I was just about to
the same
ask.
girl the same girl from Longlegs is the same girl in Smile,
Yeah.
the main character that you're following.
Yeah.
Much better done in Smile.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna
she should have turned down
Yeah.
Longlegs for sure.
Yeah.
And just stuck to Smile.
I was going to ask you because you said that it was okay and you might not see it again, but I was going to ask, is it better than Long
Oh,
Legs?
dude, so much better.
Yeah, I know.
But Hush is even better than that.
Hush is great.
And Hush is one that I haven't seen since it came out,
Mhm.
and your mom's never seen it. So it's one we watched yesterday.
Yeah.
Dude, Hush is so good.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Like it's riveting, and it's like get
Yeah.
your heart going.
Yeah.
Like every couple of
And
minutes.
it answers one of my favorite things about it, because I watched like 40 minutes with you,
Mhm.
because I've seen it a few times, but it was a nice refresher on it. And the thing that I really like about it is a question will be presented and the question will be answered.
Yeah.
Like one of the greatest examples is when she writes on the screen, "I haven't seen your face yet," and he takes his mask off.
Yeah.
Like that is so sick.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they did it like that was so good, because they could have like just left it on and just never answered that question, but they did, and I really like that.
The
about
only question we are left with is why did he kill the neighbor
it.
in the first place?
I think he's just crazy.
No, like clearly, but
Yeah.
like how did she get into his sights? Because the only reason the main girl got into sights is because the neighbor ran up and died there. And so then he's watching her and observing, and he realizes she's deaf, and I think that fascinated him.
Yeah.
Which is why he's toying with her.
Yeah,
Because I don't think he toyed with the neighbor.
probably not.
Like I think he just kind of like came
Killed her
in,
quick.
and then like she got away, and then she took him out, or he
Yeah.
took her out. But I think it fascinated him to go after someone who's deaf.
He's deaf because he could toy with her,
Yeah, and he liked that. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, he even said we're gonna have some
and he made
fun.
it. He made it sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, have you ever seen it?
Which one?
Hush.
Hush? No.
Okay. Do you want to continue listening, or like you want to continue listening, or we can move on and talk about something else?
I'm cool with
It's
anything.
it's really good.
It is really good.
But like, there's a scene because the dude's got a crossbow, and she winds up getting her hands on the crossbow. Spoilers if you've never seen this. It's an old movie, but I haven't seen it in a long time. So he's got a crossbow, and she gets her hands on it, and then she's trying like hell to reload it, and he's like at a certain point, she's been doing this for a while, and he's watching from upstairs. He gets up on top of the house, his 2-story house, and he's looking in the window in the bathroom she's hiding in, and he's just watching her try to load it unsuccessfully, and he's like, not as easy as it looks, is it? Like he's just kind of, but it's just to himself, it's not to anyone else. He's just like, it's really interesting the fact that he's kind of toying with all of it.
2016.
Yeah, so it's been out a while.
It's been a while.
Um,
Almost 10 years.
it was really good. I enjoyed it. Your mom definitely dug it. What was another one we watched lately?
It Follows.
We watched It Follows, which I had actually never watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it always
I saw
seemed
it
kind
once.
of to me.
I saw it once.
Like the premise, I actually enjoyed it.
Really?
Like it, there were a few like stupid tropes that are in it. Like, have you ever seen It Follows?
Yeah.
Okay, so because now I feel bad talking about Hush. But It Follows. Like again, these are all gonna be spoilers. Pretty much all we do is sit around and talk about things we like and moments we like. There were a couple of times that like Scream would come to mind, where she's like, "It's so stupid. I don't watch those movies because you always watch the dumb bimbo run upstairs when she should be running out the front
Yeah.
door." And there's a couple of those moments. It's
Okay.
like run out the front door.
Don't do it like that.
Like she definitely always found an out.
Okay.
The main chick you're following, like she always found an out. She didn't really corner herself too often. I think she did her best to try to figure it out. Like I think it was really well done. I think the premise was interesting. I wish they would have given you an explanation as to what it is, because they never even touch on what the hell what's going on.
I do know that.
Okay,
or,
what's up?
or a portion of it. So it's kind of like a curse. It's for the reason it first kind of started is when teenagers have premature sex. So then the curse would follow whoever had sex, and you needed to pass it on or get
So you
killed.
needed to just keep having
Yeah,
premarital sex.
Yeah.
as a
pass it
teenager.
on.
As a
Like,
teenager.
Yeah, no, I get that part. It never describes like why these people are showing up as your parents. Because the dude that she slept with to pass it on in the hospital,
The Playboy.
she only did like, but she only did that to pass it on because she's laid up in a hospital. Well, when it finally got to him and she's runs over and runs up the hall, he goes, "What do you want, Mom?" And then it's that one, but it like, was that his mom? Because you never actually saw his mom.
No. I don't think
But then the dude, well, the one trying to kill her in the pool was her dad.
so. Oh yeah, you're right.
Because they show pictures of the family because her dad had clearly passed at some point. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good. Again, another
Better than
one.
Long Legs.
Everything's
better
is
than
better
Long
than
Legs.
Alone in the Dark is the only film that's as bad.
I don't think
Long
I've seen
Legs.
Alone in the Dark.
Yeah, with, what's this? Christian Slater.
Oh, okay.
What
Ugh.
about Silence of the Lamb?
Silence of the Lambs is amazing.
Your brother brought this up too.
What?
His brother brought up Silent. That was like the first movie that he
Brought up
he
with
dropped
Silence.
was Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
It's funny that you guys both do that.
Yeah.
What was his name? Cannibal Lecter?
Hannibal.
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 Hannibal the Cannibal.
Hannibal the Cannibal.
So then, real quick, what's your favorite villain? Your favorite slasher villain?
Favorite slasher villain?
Favorite scary movie bad guy?
I gotta say,
That's the one. I don't know why you're thinking so hard about this. See, I'm pretty sure I called what your favorite one was, and now I'm doubting myself.
what did you say it was?
Michael Keaton.
Mike.
Michael Keaton? Slasher? Bad guy?
Oh, I thought you said
Follow
Batman.
that.
Sorry, I was reading the thing. I thought you said favorite
Christian
Batman.
Bale.
I thought you said favorite Batman.
No,
Sorry.
no.
Where
Favorite.
is he?
That's why when you asked who yours was,
It's not a car.
It's not a car. My bad.
No,
Michael
your
Keaton.
favorite scary movie bad guy.
Favorite slasher.
Does it have to be like a serious slasher or
No,
like
No,
a
it could
whatever
be
you
anything.
want.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Mine, I'm torn between Freddy Krueger and Art the Clown. Are my two favorites.
Yeah, mine's Ghostface.
His is Ghostface.
Like, by a mile.
Okay. So on Netflix, there's this movie called The Babysitter.
Yeah, it's the one with, like, the demonic stuff or whatever. I saw part of the first one.
Yeah. There's this one dude who wears jeans, cowboy boots, no shirt, and he's the funniest killer out there besides King Batch. Because King Batch was in both of the Killer
Yeah.
Bee movies.
I remember seeing that in the first one. I watched part of the first one with you guys. I kept walking, like, through the house and stopping to watch scenes.
So
It seemed pretty interesting. Seemed pretty good.
So the premises of both of the movies is the same four people, technically five, signed their name into this devil book for like eternity or whatever, but they needed to drink like 5 virgin bloods into a bowl. So the whole premise of the first movie is trying to get the main character's blood while he was like a little boy.
and,
he
they
was
were
still a virgin.
and they were babysitting him.
No, one chick was babysitting
Yeah, the
him,
main chick.
but everyone else was trying to break into the house and kill him. So near the end of the movie, the main dude killed all the killers, and he called the cops. The cops come. There was no bodies, like none. So in the second, movie, no, they were in hell because they're
Same thing.
So in the second movie,
Elvis isn't dead. He just went home.
in the second movie, it's basically the whole premise, but Jenna Ortega is in it.
Ah, stupid. I hate her.
So near the end of that,
Love her in Wednesday.
So glad she's not going to be coming back to the Scream franchise.
so in the second movie, they're trying to do the same thing, get his blood, so that way they can stay up on Earth instead of in hell. But halfway through the movie, the dude loses his V card to Jenna Ortega. So
That's one thing she's good for.
So they capture her. The dude comes up. He's like, "Take my blood. Just let her go." So they take his blood. They drink all the virgin bloods, not realizing he already got some. So they drink it,
Ain't no virgin around here, boy.
and they start like choking up and stuff. And the dude, my favorite unserious killer, he's like, "I ain't even mad, bro. You just got some. I'm not even mad," and instantly dies.
So you like that character more than you like Pennywise?
Yes.
Fascinating. Yeah, I was wrong. I never would have picked that dude.
because you
Because
brought
I
up
said his
Pennywise.
favorite is Pennywise.
Yeah.
Because he's got Pennywise everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I find out it's this weird obscurity
Yeah,
that I've
that
never
you've
even
never
heard
heard
of.
But if it wasn't this
Oh,
weird,
my Google Trends. That's like going
Yeah.
on and on.
So I now know what the opening stuff is.
Did you see it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Don't
but,
tell me.
No?
No,
You
because
sure
I
you
want to
don't
watch
wanna?
it. I want to watch it. I really want to see it because I read there was a short that came up yesterday or today, and it was about the actor that played Art the Clown, and it said that he almost threw up, and they got it on film doing that first scene. So I'm super pumped. I'm like, dude, if the actor that's
I know.
playing Art
I know
got
what's
sick,
going on.
that's crazy.
I know what's going on in the first scene.
Yeah, I'll wait till I
know
watch
what
it. Then
happens
we'll
in the
talk
first
about
5 minutes.
it. Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
so I gotta say, if he wasn't up for a candidate, the no shirt jeans boots guy, I would have to say, what's that one dude, the bee killer with the hook hand,
Candyman?
Candyman?
Candyman.
You're going to
Dude.
say it's your favorite and you don't even know who the hell he is? Like what his
I
name
couldn't-
is?
I couldn't think of it.
Be my victim.
Just walk into a mirror, just Candyman, Candyman.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're good, but
I like the first one.
I don't know, dude. They just never, like, they freaked me out when I was young because I watched them when I was young. Like, the first one, it freaked me out, and I was like, that was creepy. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know, it's just more of not my thing.
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess I like stories that have got characters with humor, a little bit more mystery to them. Like I said, I don't want just like crazy, I'm going to take you to hell, you're going to be part of me, and all that other kind of weird crap. I don't know.
You like the more grounded characters.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, I've noticed that about you.
Yeah.
The more that we talk about movies, the more I get to know you.
because that's more terrifying to me.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree with you. I can 100%
It's
agree.
like,
with
wow,
you.
that could like anybody could do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter was an interesting story. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was amazing like everyone else did because it was kind of slow and kind of like real methodical.
Starts off with a bang.
Dude, the first season was amazing.
Mhm.
Second season was okay, and then it just slowly kind of got more and more
Petered out.
and which is why I think they finally ended it.
Mhm.
And then like they brought it back or whatever, or made a movie, something like that. I never watched it. Once
I
it
don't-
came back,
yeah,
I
I've
haven't
never,
seen
I've never seen
anything.
anything modern about it.
I know there's at least
like
a
show
movie.
now.
There is a movie.
Is there really?
And then I think they just brought the show back,
Oh, okay.
like just like this year.
Oh, wow.
Brought the show back.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's just straight up called Dexter.
Yeah, because I think it was like Final Chapter or something like that was like the newest movie. They made a movie. I never dove back into it.
Gotcha.
I think I have the first season still, or part of it. I don't remember.
The Gormagon.
But it was good. What?
The Gormagon.
Gormaga?
He's from Dexter. He's one of like the main villains in it.
Oh, is that the one that was from season 1?
I think so.
They kept leaving the dolls in the fridges?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Gormagon.
Dude, it's been so long. Like,
Yeah.
I watched it when it was happening, so I don't remember much.
Dexter New Blood 2021.
New Blood.
New
Yeah,
Blood.
I knew it was something blood.
Is that the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's a one season.
That's just
Oh, it was
that's
a
the
one
show.
season?
Yeah, one season.
Okay, so it was a mini.
That's the
It was
one
like a
on-
mini series.
That's the one on Netflix.
No.
Oh.
It's a lot of
Dead air.
dead boys.
The Always Sunny podcast, one of the big things that they do is cut that, and then they say dead air anytime it gets quiet. Because
Yeah.
Frank on the show, when they do their episode of having a podcast, there's a moment where Dee and
Sweet D.
Sweet D and Dennis are quiet on air, and Frank leans in and he's all dead air.
That's why I keep pointing it out.
Yeah.
The one on Netflix
'Cause
is
most
from
of this was-
2013.
Oh, okay, so that's
It's
pretty old.
5 seasons.
Yeah, that's the
That's the
original,
original show.
That's the original.
I thought you said they redid it on Netflix.
No, I just said there's one on
Oh,
Netflix.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the newest one.
I thought you said they redid it on Netflix. I'm like, 2013 is the
No, it's
original
like a-
show.
But
Like a
but it is coming
continuation.
back.
Oh, okay.
Like
Dexter.
for some reason.
New Blood. It's a miniseries. It's got 8 out of 10. It's on the Hulus
Oh, okay.
and Amazon and Sling. Yeah, oh, come on. Dexter New Blood.
I just watched Quasi on YouTube on Hulu.
It will be the new season of New Blood. Reportedly in the works. So New Blood looks like it just came out like last year.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
I don't have a lot of interest in it, but I might check it out.
Yeah. So what did you say you just watched?
Quasi, from the Broken Lizard guys, the Super
Okay.
Trooper guys.
Yeah.
It's a story about Quasimodo. Their
That's-
interpretation
I was gonna
of it.
say, is it Quasimodo?
It's so funny.
Is Farva Quasimodo?
No, the guy that wears the cup, the
Mac?
bulletproof cup. Yeah,
Mac?
Mac. He plays Quasi, and he's got.
He was gonna be
hunchback
my
and everything.
second
Yeah.
guess.
It's funny because they each play like two characters in the show or in the
Okay.
movie. But it was super funny, dude. It's what you would expect going into it. It's like Super Troopers, but medieval times.
Quasi.
It was really funny.
Dude,
It's on Hulu.
I love Broken Lizard.
So do I.
Yep, Quasi.
And he
And
plays
then
the jester.
Margot, Kevin Heffernan. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's
Jay
everybody.
is in it as King Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the whole
kinky.
Kingy. They brought the whole band back together. Paul
Yeah.
Soder. Yep, I love these
What
guys.
year did it come out?
23.
Oh, okay.
So it is
That's
new.
pretty new.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I
It's-
love those guys.
It's really funny. I want to spoil it, but I
I
won't.
remember my first beer.
Yeah.
Those dudes are so
You,
good.
you know what I watched recently?
What?
Mm.
The new Bad Boys movie, Ride or Die.
I haven't seen it yet.
Me
I keep
neither.
seeing it on
Really
Netflix.
good.
Is it really?
Oh, dude, I'm
I
over
like it.
Will
I'm
Smith.
so over Will Smith.
Yeah, so am I.
So am I, but it was so good.
I'm not
watching
sure.
Bad Boys.
I'm not sure I saw the one before the last one.
Too?
I don't think I
Was
did
it just
either.
2, or did they do? Is it the 4th one?
I think it's the third one.
Is it just the 3rd?
I think
one?
it's the third one.
Bad Boys for Life is
I
the
think
3rd
so.
one.
I think so.
It's
Wow.
Ride or Die.
Well, there's Bad Boys for Life, and then Bad Boys Ride or Die. So I think there's 4.
Is that really?
I think so. If so, I haven't seen. Yeah, Bad Boys for Life was in 2020, and
Ride
then
or
Bad
Die
Boys
is-
Ride or Die 24. I haven't seen the last 2
I haven't
movies
seen either. I haven't seen the last two either.
because I've got that much interest. I saw the first 2 in theaters when they came out.
Nice.
I've got no interest.
I was only 2 years old when the first one came
I've
out.
got no interest. So, yep. No thanks.
I've seen the first one and the second one a few times.
Yeah.
They were cool.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're
I
fun.
don't know, dude. I've been over Will Smith for a long time.
I got a question that you might not have the answer for, but
Okay.
it's been bugging the shit out of me, and
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out. If you go on Hulu and you look up Independence Day, it's on there, but it says ID4. Why does it say ID4?
It stands for Independence the 4th, like the 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
That was
makes
always
sense.
the thing.
I was like, is there 4 of these fucking movies
No,
that I
no,
haven't seen?
No, ID4 was the original. Like I saw that one the day it came out.
Okay.
Like my dad took us all to go watch that one.
Okay.
It's like a big family thing. ID4 is just the Independence Day, and then 4th
Four.
of July.
Gotcha.
So ID,
Okay.
and like all their original
makes
movie posters, like that's an original thing.
Dude, it's been bugging the shit out of me because every
Fair
time I
enough.
see it, I'm like, what does ID4 stand for? I'm like, are there 3 other movies that I haven't seen?
No, there's only 2.
Okay. There's 2 of them?
Yeah, there's 2.
Okay, I didn't even
The
know
second
there
one's
was two.
good.
Is
the
it
second
really?
one's good. Yeah. No Will Smith. So
Thank
it's
God.
great.
Thank God. The only scene that I like is the one where he like threw a fit on set
When he's
dragging
dragging the thing.
the
And you
monster.
stink. What is that
What
smell?
is that shit? Stinks like shit. And he was really complaining.
Yes.
I love that scene.
I don't know. There was a couple of amazing scenes. From
Yeah,
that.
I'm underselling it a little bit, but
The second one's fun, dude. It's
I-
only a few years old. I think it was like 2017, 18, something like that.
really,
Yeah.
Resurgence 2016.
Yeah, 16. I was close. It's pretty good. I liked it.
Oh, it's got
It still has everyone except him in it.
yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the scientist too.
Yeah.
The one that died.
Yeah, it's got like the whole shebang.
Huh.
It's really good.
I had no idea that they came out with the second one.
I think that Bill Pullman's in it too.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, dude, it's worth it. I
Okay.
liked it. I thought it was good.
You don't own it, do you?
Hmm?
Do you own it?
No.
Okay.
I might. No, it's so hard to tell these days. I own so many freaking movies.
Yeah, it does have Bill Pullman in it.
You know what else I own?
What's up?
Long Legs. I wish I could sell
You
it.
didn't watch it with us, did you?
No.
No,
You didn't miss
Rick,
out.
I
Richter
have
was home
no clue what
and
you're
Richter
talking about.
walked away. Dude, it's so bad. It is the worst movie I've watched in probably 20 years.
Long legs.
Long Legs. It sucks. If you ever want to waste an hour and 40 minutes of your life, you can go in there on the living room TV, go to my library, find it, watch it, and then wish you didn't do any of that.
You're really selling it to him.
It's so bad. I hate that movie so much. And what I hate even more is how I go online and I read people talking about how scary it was and how terrifying it was and all this creative it was. The movie was so shitty.
It looks terrible based off of the pictures. Like
Yeah, like they took a great premise and destroyed it. And then he goes, as soon as we finish watching it, I'm just like flabbergasted at how stupid it was, and I look over him and he just does this.
2 thumbs down.
0 Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude,
Two
it's
thumbs down.
so bad.
Is it really 0 Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know.
I don't
Oh.
think it is, dude. When I looked, it was like 70-something%.
Jeez.
Yeah, like there's so many stupid people out there right now.
85 Rotten Tomatoes.
How?
85.
Fucking how?
6.7
I was
out of 10
dude. It's
out
still
of
it is still number 2 most searched crime movie on streaming. Stop watching this movie. Watch my podcast. Listen to me shit on it. Understand that I'm telling you the truth, and don't watch it. Stop giving this movie money because they're going to do a sequel, and there's no need for that. The world will end if there's a sequel to this stupid fucking movie.
People also ask, is the movie Long Legs a good movie? Long Legs isn't a great as the classic 90s horror film it is represent.
Dude,
85%.
85%
That's
Rotten
wild.
Tomatoes.
That's wild.
I hate every one of you people.
Yeah, that's why I never ever
60% on Popcorn Meter.
Yeah, that's why I never.
That's still
I
way
never-
too high.
Yeah, I never trust those because
This right here is
They'll-
why I don't trust
they'll
them.
put like 20% on a great film.
Yes.
and then they'll put like 90% on something. That's
One of the
dog shit.
what? All right, hold on. I'm gonna read this as of 10/10/24, and I'm gonna please go out and find this dude and make his online life hell. Just kidding. Don't actually do that. YouTube, I was joking. Jacob Bradley, 85% Rotten Tomatoes, 60% Popcorn Meter, Long Legs, 10/10/24. One of the 5 stars. One of the best horror movies I ever seen in my entire life. Creepy doesn't even begin to describe it. There needs to be a stronger word. Let me see another one. So boring. I
Very
walked out.
disagree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
0.5 stars. Lena. Yes.
Good job, Lena.
I love you. Maxwell. It was a perfect movie. 5 out of 5 stars. Keegan. Creepy at times, but cheap attempts at disturbing that don't land ruin it. 1 out of 5 stars.
Good.
Very, very
you.
spooky. Last act loses me slightly. 4 out of 5 stars. Long Legs. was,
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
So that comment was like, this movie wasn't good, but 4 out of 5 stars.
Long
Okay.
Legs was way overhyped prior to release, which made the film feel underwhelming. At least the second half makes up for the first.
Okay.
Once it gets good, it's worth sticking through. 3.5 out of 5.
It never gets good.
Dude, what? The first half sucked.
I don't think
the
people-
second half was good.
I don't think
the
people-
second half
The
sucked.
second half sucked. I don't think people know how reading works. That's like we used to when I worked in the restaurant industry. We used to get this all the time because we relied on reviews. They were
Yeah.
like made or break what our boss thought of us, and we would get it where it would be like great service, great food, love the atmosphere, coming back again, 2 stars, and we're like, what the fuck, dude?
2 stars.
The Long Legs budget was under $10 million.
I can see that.
Give me $1 million to make one film, and I will make a film that not only surpasses this in quality, but the storyline will actually have you hooked.
Okay.
Like,
Opening
if I had $1 million, I would make a fan film. Now, I would have to try to do this so I don't get sued because I would be using someone else's IP. But I'd have to try to figure out if I could figure out how to get in contact with a few different people and find out how much it would cost to use their IP and create my own film. Like, it's a dream of mine
Why would you need a different IP?
because it's their story.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's a book written by a man who's now since sadly passed away,
Okay.
but his daughter's in control of the estate.
Gotcha.
and she let Amazon completely destroy a story using the IP. So the IP is intellectual property. So you have to pay for that, which is how people are able to make movies about things. And
I know this one fly is bugging the
I
shit
know,
out of me.
dude. But I wish I could make a story about the Night Watch by Sir Terry Pratchett because it's amazing, and I would do a really good job following the book. That's all you have to do. Follow the book.
Follow
the book
the
already
blueprint.
exists. It already exists. It sold millions of copies. Just follow the damn book. Don't get cute. I would just follow a book. So let's see, 2.5 stars out of 5. It served as a creepy, unsettling detective movie with an all-in, unrecognizable, hailing Satan gonzo Nick Cage. You knew it was him. With the old devil made me do it plot at the center, it played like a slow burn drama that gets under your skin, which works for these horror, murder, mystery crossovers, but it felt more mystery to me. Dude, you're so stupid. Terrifyingly good, unique take on a satanic thriller. Cage excels his long legs. He's in it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And not all at once. No, he sucked at it. And I love Nick Cage. 1 star. It sucked. Big fan of horror and thriller, and this is not it. I'm going to be watch a good horror classic now just because this was so disappointing.
Perfectly said.
Alicia,
Couldn't have said it any
maybe
better.
learn how to structure a sentence, but that was fantastic. 1 star. I wouldn't even give that. Another 1 star. So boring. Kept waiting for something to happen and nothing happened. Thank you. 0.5 star. Here we go.
Nice.
Worst movie I've seen in a decade. I can't think of anything worse. My wife made me watch it because of all the fake news reviews are saying it is the scariest movie ever produced. Total garbage. Not scary at all. Don't waste your time. Thank you, Jonzo D.
Jonzo.
Bunjo.
Dude, how are there brilliant cinematography, fantastic feeling of dread and abandonment throughout? The conveyance of limbo and isolation really reflects the main character's mental state. Cage,
Oh my
brilliant in
God.
it, a must-see.
Oh, Jesus.
Incredible film, Silence of the Lambs and Seven.
What?
Marcus G., you've never seen Silence of the Lambs or Seven. Seven was a truly terrifying film
Yeah.
with one of the most hyped endings
Mm-hmm.
of any film ever.
Mhm.
That is like on the top 10 list of best endings to a film
I agree.
ever.
I agree.
What's in the box?
What's in the
Dude, people
box?
quote that all the time.
Yeah.
All you have to say is what's in the box and people will respond going, what's in the box?
I think the only movie that I've seen with a number in it is just 9.
9's fun.
9's good.
I liked 9, but
I
you
watched
should
that-
watch 7.
I watched that recently. 7's really good.
Dude, 7 is gnarly.
Yeah,
Like
7's gnarly.
Brad Pitt crushes in that movie.
And Morgan Freeman, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can smell you.
I was trying to say, I was thinking Samuel L. Jackson, but I was like, no, it's not motherfucker.
Nope. Wrong black guy, racist.
I found a movie that he didn't say that at all.
There's been a couple because he can't. But
He's in
that
some
is-
kids' films, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's the thing that like made him famous
Was a motherfucker.
was motherfucker because of that damn
English. Do you speak it?
wallet. Yeah, I do like that in
The Royale with cheese.
yeah Royale cheese. I do like that in the Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah.
he's this man single-handedly
Single-handedly
ruined.
ruined
What else? I don't know if I've watched. I feel like I've watched something else, but I can't think of it right now. And then we just finished the new episode of From. That show is so good, and it's getting so gnarly.
I'm pumped on it. I'm really starting to enjoy it. I've been watching season 3 with you guys, and now I'm going to go back through and watch season 1 and 2 because I really just want backstory because I feel bad asking who's that and who's that. I just want to figure it out for myself.
It's so
but
good.
I feel like I'm not you brought it up about like spoiling anything because I've already seen like the season 3 and I can tell that I won't
Nope.
I won't really miss out on anything.
No, you won't.
I'll just gain.
There's so much you
I'll
have
just
no
gain
idea
information about,
Like
yeah.
there's stuff that they don't talk about
Mhm.
that when you see it, you're like, whoa, and you're really gonna enjoy seeing it. Like
Okay.
I don't want to tell you anything, but
Yeah.
like every episode has moments where you're like, dude, what? That season 3 doesn't like each episode doesn't really ever talk about. They never
Okay.
really touch on. So it's just all this series of things that happen. And you're like, dude, holy crap, they've been through. Like by the time you watch it all, you're gonna be like, dude, they've been through all that.
Mm.
Like, there's a lot going on. That show is so well done, and it is getting darker and darker and bloodier and bloodier.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't think MGM had anything going on. But you say they've got 2 good shows, so I'm going to check both of them out. Well, one I already know is good. The other one I want to check out because I just talked about it earlier.
I enjoyed it.
War of the Worlds.
I enjoyed
Is it same War of the Worlds as the movies, right?
Same
Premise?
everything going on, except this is all happening. All the characters you're following are in Europe.
Okay.
A lot of scientists, a lot of different things going on, a lot of different characters. It's a
Okay.
pretty big world
Yeah.
of like care. It's not like a small 3 or 4 people you're following and that's
Yeah.
it. Like, it's pretty big. It hops around from different groups doing different things. It's really good. It's really well done.
Something just came to mind talking about scientists and end of the world stuff. I did watch The Darkest Hour.
What'd you think?
I liked it, but can I go out on a limb and say that I think I know what your favorite part of it was?
Okay, yeah.
The crazy Russians.
Dude, yeah, the crazy Russians.
Yeah, I knew it. The second they came on screen, I was like, fucking Randy. Riding the horse with all the
Yep.
metal on him. I was like, I know he loves those guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. I knew it. And they're like, they're striving to kill the monsters and they can only take a chip out of them with a rocket.
Yep.
I was like, this is so written for Randy.
Yep.
I was like, yep, this is his favorite character.
Yep. Facts.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
yep, you're right.
Okay.
Do you remember that movie?
The Darkest Hour.
Night, or The Darkest Hour, I mean. Where the guy goes over to Russia to make a business deal and aliens come down and
can't see 'em.
electricity starts crackling around them when they're around. You've seen it with me a couple of times. It's been a while.
They try to get onto a submarine.
Yeah.
The aliens are invisible to the naked eye.
Yeah, the dude with his Faraday cage in his apartment. His whole apartment's a
Yeah.
Faraday cage.
So the same director that did Darkest Hour did Wanted, and and that guy, the crazy Russian guy that's in the cage is the same as the butcher from Wanted.
Dude, it has been so long since I've watched Wanted. I
Same.
believe you.
But
It's just been a long time.
Like when because I was reading the description on it before I watched it, and I was like, oh, he did Wanted. This has got to be pretty good. And then I watched it, and that guy came on, and I was like, this dude looks so familiar. And I sat there for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, he's the guy from Wanted. So the director must have liked him.
Must have.
You know what movie you should watch, Daniel? Attack on the Block.
Oh, dude, that movie is so fun.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's so good. You probably haven't because it's a British movie.
Okay.
Like, I don't think very many people, if anyone who catches this, is probably not going to be aware of it.
Okay.
It has Nick Frost in it
Okay.
from Shaun of the Dead
Yeah.
and everything else. So Simon Pegg's best
Yeah.
friend. He's in it.
So good.
I don't want to give anything away. Just watch it.
Attack on the Block.
It's on my like, I own it.
I think I've seen it on your library.
Yeah.
Which,
It's a couple of teenage dudes standing in front of like an apartment building or whatever.
I
is
think-
the cover
I think
of
I've
it.
seen- I
and
think
then
I've
in
seen-
real big red letters it says attack. So yeah, attack the block.
so which one is?
He hasn't seen it, so we can't talk about that one.
No.
But after he watches it, we'll do another one of these because I
So-
love that movie.
What movie was it where aliens come down and start taking over people's bodies, but their blood feels cotton and green, and their brains are here,
Oh.
and one of their best
The-
friends become an alien.
Night Watchers. It's with Ben Stiller.
Oh yeah.
Night Watchers.
The Night Watch,
The Night Watch. The Night Watch.
or is it just called The Watch?
The Watch.
I think it's called The Watch.
Yeah, The Watch.
Yeah, with Ben Stiller and all
Yeah.
them.
Their brains are their dicks. Yeah.
Okay, dude, I have that movie. I was so just blah by the time it was over.
Oh, really?
Like, it was funny,
I thought it was fun.
but I think I've only ever seen it twice.
'Cause it's
I
easy
have
to
it.
watch.
I have it on Blu-ray. Yeah, he makes the
Yeah,
jackets.
The Watch. Yeah.
Like,
It's who's that?
With, Vince Vaughn, yeah.
Vince Vaughn's character I thought was hilarious.
and then
Uh,
food still warm.
yeah,
He's
Craig
in
Robinson.
it. Yeah, Craig Robinson's in it.
Yeah.
Then the Steel.
Yeah, that's Ben Stiller.
Ben
the
Stiller.
Blue Steel.
Yeah.
Did you watch Ghosted?
Yeah, I did. I liked it.
With the
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
The clothes hanger factory.
yeah. The abandoned clothes hanger
Yeah.
factory. The underground what's it called? The paranormal
Yeah,
research or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. I thought it was really funny.
I'm sad it only got the one
One
season.
season. Yeah, I was really bummed.
That show
when
would've
it ended.
been great.
Well, like it sucked because for the last like 3 episodes,
Dude, it got really good.
I got really good, but the second it started getting good, I was like, this is gonna end, and then it's not coming back, and it ended, and I was like,
Yeah, because what's the dude?
really
the
bummed.
dude in the truck. He gets the service truck or whatever. It's been a few years since I haven't watched it since like 2018.
I remember a service truck.
But they're in like almost like a bread truck or uniform truck.
Yeah.
Or something. There was someone driving that truck.
Mhm.
Like, but more characters started popping off.
Yeah.
Like, I think the first couple episodes, they didn't really know what they wanted to be.
They introduced characters at the very end,
Yeah,
which really sucked.
and you're like, they clearly thought they were hoping they were
Yeah,
getting
getting a
another one.
second season.
Because, dude, the last couple, so good.
Yeah, the guy from
Swan fly,
Park.
man.
I know it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, from
the
Parks
guy from
and
Parks and Rec was hilarious in it.
Yeah, her
He
boyfriend.
played that really geeky, like nerdy guy that
Yeah, it was,
scared of everything.
Amy Poehler's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Should I get the assault and battery gun?
The bug assault.
Bug assault?
No. Let's see.
He's just firing it off on the podcast.
Why can't I think of his name? Adam Scott.
Adam Scott. Thank you.
That show is so much fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank you for that recommendation.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
You'll like. I'm glad you brought up Attack the Block because that one's fun.
I've seen it a few times on your library, but I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's
really
good.
good.
Is it
It's good, dude.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. So we're at 40 minutes
like-
and haven't had a single
I
problem.
like Nick Frost a lot. I think he's really funny.
He's great in that.
Really.
Yeah. Well, what's his character's name? Because it's his basement. Or no, they go his weed room. Ron's weed room.
Yeah.
Ron's weed room. What's Ron's weed room? Well, it's a room that belongs to a guy named Ron. He's got weed in it. Yeah, Ron's weed room. He plays Ron. It's really fun, dude. You'll dig it.
Amazing.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's fun and funny, like all the way through. It's
I'll
got
watch it.
some
I'll watch it.
stakes.
I'll watch it tonight.
I think you'll dig it.
Yeah.
Really well done. I know it's a
2011.
It's a big deal in Britain, and I don't know anyone outside of me and the boys and your mom because I've had her watch it once. Outside of this house, dude, I don't know anyone's ever seen it
Really?
personally.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really fun.
I'll check it out.
Check it out. Attack the Block. Really fun movie. A lot of the actors.
Are you
will have
drinking
to do other
Gatorade?
stuff.
What is that?
No, it's
Electrolytes.
electrolyte powder.
Ah, electrolytes.
Yeah, it's Quench.
Quench.
Yeah, it's like a construction worker's version
I'm
of
gonna make a
Gatorade powder.
I want to make a Gatorade powder called Thirst. And it just makes you thirsty every time you drink it.
Oh, like liquid death.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
kills
that
your
was-
thirst and just makes you keep drinking.
Yeah, it's very interesting. They put like this weird supplement into it. It's every time you take a sip,
It actually makes you feel dry.
yeah, and so you take another sip to
to drown
hydrate.
that out.
Yeah, but then it keeps messing with you.
I'm drinking the original thirst quencher.
Oh, haterade.
Haterade.
Water sucks.
It really sucks. Water H2O.
I yelled at. I think it was that earlier today when you guys were leaving, and your mom was like, "I'm grabbing a Gatorade." I was like, "Water sucks." I just yelled it from across the house.
I didn't hear it. I
She
missed
starts
it.
laughing.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, the computer's making me so happy right now.
Oh, I'm super pumped for you.
So, Daniel,
1080p,
you're not
PPP.
aware of the headaches I've really gone through with this, are you?
No, because I've been asleep or at work.
Yeah. So, the freaking vampire over here.
Blah,
So
blah,
this
blah.
all started
Blah,
with
blah, blah.
my laptop, and the laptop could not handle.
Yeah, I
the
remember
mixer-
that. The frames were killing you and all that.
Yeah, nothing worked right. So like the first 4 or 5 videos I dropped all kind of suck on video quality. Audio is great and everything. So I bought a computer. It's still on the back of that, so you can't see it, but it's only
Yeah.
this big. So
Yeah,
I bought
it's
the
the
nuke
little
box.
blue one.
Yep. And it can hang with the DSLR, so my first camera,
Yeah.
and it can hang with the mixer. But when I got the new camera, the screen would freeze, and it didn't really have a rhyme or reason as to when it would freeze.
Yeah.
It would freeze 2 minutes into a video, and then it wouldn't freeze again for 20 minutes, and then it would freeze 3 times every minute and a half or whatever. Like it would just keep freezing. So it turns out my CPU usage and my memory usage was like 100% the whole time I was recording, and I wasn't recording to the full HD ability that this camera has. So I kept having to downgrade the resolution, downgrade the frame rate. Like I was having to downgrade everything, and then it would still freeze. But I mean, I'd have to go through, disconnect my video capture card, reconnect it, and then it'd sometimes be good for 20 minutes, sometimes be good for 30 seconds.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah. So, well, there was one on the last video we did. with the last camera that it froze. I went to do it and it was automatically frozen again, like as soon as I pulled the capture card back up. So now, I got a new computer last week, and a 16 gig version of the computer was going to take a week to get here, but an 8 gig version would be here the same day. So I ordered the 8 gig and 16 gigs of RAM. And then they get here, and the 16 gigs of RAM are for a full-size computer, not a mini computer. So I had to send those back. So then I order a 16 gig for this computer. It gets here, and for some reason it's not working. So then that's when you came out like today. I was like, I'm running to Best Buy, and I go to Best Buy and buy a 16 gig stick that works, and now it works. So, and this has all happened over months of time. So this is the first video at all even close to this long without drop frames, sketchy video, low HD output, and frozen screen. So I'm at full HD running everything. We're at 45 minutes with no issues.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that 16 gigs is what I needed.
Yeah.
I started with whatever the hell the laptop has, and I don't remember what it has, and then moved up to 12.
3 gigs.
No, that's the desktop.
Yeah,
And then I brought out my old desktop to see what it had, and it's got 3 gigs. So that used to be the best in HP computing. And so laptop, whatever that was, to 12 gigs, which wasn't quite enough, to now 16, and 16 seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Like,
For what you need.
yeah, I think that. So now my question would be, can I start doing overlays and getting creative with the video and allow? I mean, we'll see. But now I kind of want to hook up the second monitor and see what the computer does hooking up the second monitor. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm super happy though.
Yeah.
Super pumped.
I'm pumped for you, bud.
It's going to be great. So then tomorrow, I think we'll be watching the next Penguin that's about to drop. I think it's dropping like right now. I think it just went live. But tend to watch those on Mondays since it comes out so late Sunday. Or maybe it's coming out in like in a couple hours. I don't remember now. Maybe it's 11 o'clock, not 9. But yeah, so I finally have a computer that I think is
Adequate.
doing good.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm happy for you.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And having 3 people on was the next test to see how it would handle computing 3 people and 3 inputs from the board.
It seems to be doing
Doesn't
good.
seem to care. I mean, it's kind of holding steady at around 60%, which is what I said I've read that
Yeah.
most people are getting is right around 60%
Okay.
CPU usage running the whole shebang. So I can't wait till this is done so I can see what see what it looks like on the YouTubes. But anyways,
What's your favorite Batman, Daniel?
Batman?
it's not a car. Rachel.
I think Christian Bale. Like, Michael Keaton.
You're right in the age range for it.
Like, Michael Keaton was good. The only reason I loved Michael Keaton's Batman is because no neck movement.
I thought you were going to say because of the nipples.
Oh, yeah, the suit nipples.
Were the nipples in the 90s?
I think the nipples came out though was it for Clooney or not Clooney for Val Kilmer?
Was it Kilmer?
I don't know. Maybe did Batman Returns have the nipples? Because the original Batman, I don't think had nipples. Let's see.
Yeah, the no neck movement's pretty great.
Well, and he didn't change his voice.
No.
He was just Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Batman,
Batman nipples.
nipples on suit. What purpose does nipples on the suit serve? Victor Fries, who allows extra space for nipples to harden when experiencing freezing.
Oh, this is really uncomfortable. I should probably add
so
nipples on my suit.
The nipples had a reason.
Let's see. What are they called?
I love that somebody came up with lore for the nipples.
I don't know, dude. Did Keaton have... I don't know, dude. Maybe Keaton's did have... That's Val Kilmer's. Val Kilmer's definitely had nipples. I don't know. It's so funny, dude. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Freeze is here. I should
But
probably add
Robin
nipples
had
on
them
my
too.
suit.
The bat suit. Nipples. come out? Whilst the offending articles appeared in 95. Batman's Forever. Batsuit first appeared. Yeah, that's not what I said. Whilst the offending article first appeared in 95's Batman Forever, it was Joel Schumacher's 97 follow-up that really made them headline stars. So yeah, it was Batman Forever.
Okay.
So Keaton never had the nipples.
Keaton did not have the nips.
I was like, I don't remember Keaton having anything crazy going on. Yeah, it's Batman Forever. So Val Kilmer got nips.
Val
George
Kilmer
Clooney got nips.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked Val Kilmer as Batman. I think the movie
Clooney was Tim
kinda
Burton's,
terrible.
right?
Clooney was Schumacher.
Schumacher?
Yeah, the only one that was Tim Burton was Keaton.
Keaton.
Yeah, the first two were them, and then Schumacher did the other ones.
Gotcha.
And he was supposed to do a trilogy, but they sucked so bad he didn't get this third movie.
He didn't get the third one?
Yeah, I think the Scarecrow was supposed to be his third
Okay.
villain, and then didn't get it. Dude, no matter what chair I have, it'll make noise at a certain point.
That was pretty quiet, though.
So yours is
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale? Rachel.
Where is he?
Where is he?
Where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel?
It's not a car.
It's not a car.
Who's your favorite Two-Face?
Ooh, it would Aaron Eckhart for sure for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones was just,
It was too over the top.
dude. That's Joel Schumacher just went like way too far with everything. But yeah, Aaron Eckhart. I like him as an actor.
I thought he played it really well.
I liked him as Frankenstein
Yeah.
in I, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
I thought that was really fun.
Yeah.
I was really hoping. Here's the thing, dude. I love the Universal monsters so freaking much.
Okay.
And every time they make a new movie, they're trying to kick off the dark Universal
Mm-hmm.
like remakes of those. Mm-hmm. And every time, dude, my hopes go way up here, and then Universal doesn't commit.
Yeah.
Like Dracula Untold was
I liked it.
It's kind of, when it first came out, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but
I was just going to ask you
you
about it.
didn't need to make him the good guy.
No, I agree with you on that. That was a weird twist.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite shots is when they have all the pikes with the dudes impaled on it.
Yes.
So fucking gnarly.
And if they would have stuck with that,
Yeah.
the darkness,
Real dark. Yeah.
like
Didn't someone actually do that in real life?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
what
Vlad
was
the
known-
yeah,
Impaler.
Vlad the
Yeah.
Impaler, who is the
Dracula.
story is that's he's Dracula, is Vlad the Impaler. He actually impaled people on pikes. That was legit. That actually happened.
Dude, could you imagine being in
Holy
that time?
crap, dude! Do you imagine being one of those
Just
victims?
rolling up
No.
over a mountain.
I wouldn't want to be.
Dude, because they were getting impaled alive.
Yeah.
They weren't dead and then shoved on a pike. Like they were shoved on the pike alive. Yeah, that's like,
Yeah,
that's
and it went
rough.
in through your butt.
Yeah.
What would you rather be in? That torture method or
Don't say it. I think I know what you're gonna say. Hold on.
Hold up.
When we do a full video deep dive, we'll talk about. Okay, cool. So what was your?
Okay, so there's this Japanese torture method that was going on in World War One or Two.
World War II.
So they would sit you right on top of a bamboo seed, and bamboo
And let it grow.
grows quick, like
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly,
11
dude.
Yeah, it's
centimeters
pretty
an inch, or a day, or an hour, something like that.
It's not an hour. I know that for sure.
That's too quick.
Yeah.
But it'll grow.
But
right
a day
through
sounds
you.
right, yeah.
Yeah. I'd quick.
It's like corn. Corn grows really quick.
I'd rather just get it over with, dude.
Yeah.
Impaled, done.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking
Dead in
gnarly way to
seconds.
go.
But anyway, so every time one of these movies get made
Sorry.
to set off the dark universe, I get super pumped, and
Yeah.
I've enjoyed every one of them.
Okay.
My favorite one, so you've got I, Frankenstein was supposed to kick it off and didn't. Dracula Untold was supposed to kick it off and didn't. I feel like there was one more. Before all of them, they had the Wolfman with Benicio del Toro, which sucked. I didn't care for it.
I didn't watch it.
It's not great. It's him and
Does the Van Helsing count in any of these or no?
Van Helsing was like the original one.
Okay.
But that was just Van Helsing. They didn't really try to spin anything off
Okay,
of that.
Okay.
Van Helsing, I really enjoyed.
I watched.
I
it
liked Hugh
like
Jackman.
2 nights ago. Yeah.
I liked Hugh Jackman. The story's very dated. I watched that in theaters when it came out.
Nice.
Because that's like 05,
Something like that.
something like that. So, yeah, watch that at Deanna's Drive-In.
You know what vampire
But my
movie I like?
favorite one, which
The
one?
Last Voyage.
Of the Demeter?
2004.
I
Randy.
loved that
You were
movie.
close.
That one
That was really
good.
close.
You're really close.
So
I like his helper. The scene when he's getting all those weapons. I can't remember the helper, his actor, but the squire.
Just go to the cast. Yeah, I remember liking the Squire. Just go to the cast. You should pull it up. It's been a few years since I've seen it, but I do remember
David
liking.
Wenham. He plays Carl.
Yep.
I liked him a lot. I like when he's showing him all his weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's getting all pumped on it.
Yeah, like the Q from James Bond moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my favorite one that was supposed to kick these off, for some reason, flopped. And I don't know why, because I will watch this movie like once a year minimum.
Now my anticipation's through the roof.
The Mummy
Oh, okay.
with
Brendan Fraser?
no. Well, I love those movies,
Okay.
but that was never supposed to kick off. Like I think they were hoping to kick off with those.
Yeah.
But no, with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah. It was Tom Cruise. Yeah.
But Brendan Fraser was the ones before that.
Yeah.
And it was
The
also
99
that's
version?
also supposed to be based on The Mummy from classic Dark Universal.
No, this
horror.
was 2017.
But
Oh, when I look up The Mummy,
yeah, you're
19.
pulling up
The
the Brendan
original.
Fraser, which I do love those movies. I watch those a lot too. Huge fan of Brendan Fraser.
I like the chick.
Yeah, dude, she did.
She
dude,
was so gnarly
That
in
movie
that.
was so great, and then it ended perfectly to where now him and his like undead-ish companion are on the move, roaming the world.
Mhm.
They, I really liked Russell Crowe's version of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I think
Okay.
he did a really
Yeah.
good job. It's very dark, very menacing.
Yeah.
So you've already got Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You've already got the Mummy. You could have kicked off a new Frankenstein film because now Aaron Eckhart probably wouldn't want to play that role because it's been several years.
Yeah.
But now you could kick off another Frankenstein movie and make it darker. Kick off another Dracula film and make it darker. Like, that's the problem.
Make it darker.
Well, the problem is these guys are so afraid. Like the Universal, the actual studio, they're so terrified of going too dark, having to get an R rating, and losing money.
Yeah.
Deadpool should wake these fools up to realize R ratings
do it.
make money.
Yeah.
And if you do it well,
It makes a lot of money.
are you kidding me, dude? An R-rated Wolfman,
That'd be awesome.
an R-rated Dracula, like
R-rated Frankenstein.
yeah, like to set and to do it to kick off your
Yeah.
Universal monsters, like make that a big deal.
Yeah.
Push that out. Hey guys, we're kicking off the Universal Dark. Are you in?
Yeah.
Like, and in this day and age, between X and
It'd be awesome to
Facebook
see
and everything
them all
else,
pull together too.
Dude,
and make,
right?
like one mega movie.
dude, are you kidding me? It'd be so good. I would love that.
Like a version of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen,
Ah,
but
dude,
it's all
fucking
like,
hate that movie.
It's all super. It's all Universal monsters together.
Yeah, that's what that comic was. But that movie is the reason Sean Connery stopped acting.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
He hated his experience on that, and he was looking forward to playing Alan Quartermain.
Yeah.
He liked the script for the most part. But that movie was wrought with so many issues. The
Really?
director sucked. Like everything, the script kept changing. He was getting screwed around so much that he said, screw this, I'm retired.
Wow.
And refused to come back from retirement.
Wow.
And I watched that one with my cousin in theaters the day it opened because I was so fucking stoked. They're making another 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea movie.
Are they really?
Yeah. So that's going to be coming out. That's going to be good because that's the ship that they're on,
Mhm.
the Nautilus.
Mhm.
That's that captain with the turban and everything. That's the captain whose name Captain Ahab. No, not Ahab. Ahab is freaking Moby Dick. With Ishmael. Let's see. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Captain Nemo.
Captain Nemo.
So Captain Nemo and the Nautilus were so great in that movie.
Yeah.
Like there were so many things good about that. The comic book is a lot darker.
I bet.
Like a lot darker. Like there's one scene that's like infamous, and
I
I,
like
can't
the
talk it on
opening
here.
tank scene a lot.
Yeah, I like the Quartermain hunting the lions.
Yeah,
scene,
that
dude.
was cool.
Like Alan Quartermain was awesome.
Yeah.
But that movie just fell flat. Like Mr. Gray,
I watched it like a week ago.
dude, it's got such a good premise
Mm-hmm.
and so much promise, and that dude
I've always
ran it into the ground.
ever since I first saw it, I've always thought that it kind of fell flat, but it kind of
did.
reassured me watching it again recently that I was
Yeah.
like, it leaves you very
So many
unsatisfied
good
at the end of it.
characters,
So many
dude.
good characters. The
Dude,
Invisible
Dorian
Man and everything.
Gray,
Yeah,
like-
Dorian Gray.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like so many good characters from classic literature
Mm.
that really could have done something neat,
Yeah.
but yeah, fell flat. But
No, I
would,
agree.
I mean, they don't even have to like cross paths if they just like, hey, we're gonna go for it, and we're gonna bring these films back, and you're gonna be terrified.
Yeah.
Like
That'd be
we're-
cool.
because like the old school Hammer films, like those were all great. The original, the Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Yeah.
like all these characters are amazing, and the old black and white films, dude, people still love them. Now imagine
The monster.
bringing that back. Well, the Munsters was supposed to be a funny take on all those characters, and it was. And Rob Zombie did a decent job keeping it in the same vein of the original.
Mm-hmm.
I was always more of an Adam Sandler or an Adam Family kind of
Addams
guy.
Family.
Like
Yeah,
Adam's Family was awesome,
Mm.
but I haven't watched Wednesday yet.
It's good.
Yeah, I couldn't get past my annoyance with Jenna Ortega.
I understand.
Her running her mouth about things she knows nothing about.
It's really good though.
I've heard that. That's
Tim
all
Burton
I've ever
killed
heard.
it. Tim
That's
Burton killed it.
all I've heard is good things.
I really enjoyed it. I
But-
binged the shit out of it.
I also-
I started it and was like, ooh, I
How
really
much
like
is
this.
Gomez in it?
A little bit, not very much.
Because I didn't really care.
It's mostly based around Wednesday.
I figured.
It's mostly
'cause
based around
I didn't
And
care for the
Hand.
casting.
Wednesday.
Don't
and-
forget
yeah.
Hand?
Hand. You know, the
Uncle
Uncle
was-
Lester, right? Isn't that his name?
no, Hand. The pet hand.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a
It's
name.
always walking around.
Yeah. He's got a name.
I don't remember it.
I forgot the name.
No, Uncle Fester, is
Fester.
the bald guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's the really hairy
The-
one?
Dude, it's been so long. Because what you're thinking of is Thing. Thing is
Thing.
the hand.
Thank you.
I was waiting for one of you guys to get it. It was like he wasn't an uncle, but it's Uncle Fester is the bald one.
Yes.
And then Uncle, dude, I can see him, the hairball. It's been so long since I've watched those movies.
He's not
so-
in the show.
No,
No.
No, but
maybe
I
he's a
remember him,
cousin. But yeah, it is the hand.
though. The
Thing.
thing.
Or the thing, I mean. And then Lurch. Dude, I love Lurch. You rang. Oh, it's Cousin It. That's why I said It. Cousin It is the one with the hair, and then the thing is a hand. But yeah, Cousin It is the one. I was like, why did I just say It? Yeah, that's
yeah,
why.
cousin it.
Because Cousin It is the hairball.
What was the lion in that show?
Nice.
I'll
dude.
pick it up
Just
later. I didn't-
disrespecting your own
I didn't want-
boundary.
Yeah, it's mine. You
No, I
can't
like-
do it.
You.
but-
It's funny that
No.
you did that because I was just listening to Tom Slicker and Bert on Two Bears One Cave, and he was talking about how when he goes to bed, he'll have his Zin in, and he just takes it out and throws it on his side of the bedroom on the floor, and he's like, I just disrespect my own area.
Dude, that's so. I couldn't do that. That's so gnarly. No, I like to try to keep my stuff clean.
That just made me laugh when you did that. That was hilarious.
I don't care about Zodiacs. Who's your favorite Constantine? I already know his.
Favorite Constantine?
John Constantine, Keanu Reeves, or the British dude?
Keanu Reeves. But I've only ever seen the Keanu Reeves one.
You've never seen the TV show?
I haven't.
Oh, it's so good.
You told me about this once.
Yep, so good.
I haven't had
it
the chance to
follows
watch
the
it.
comics so
That's
well.
what you tell me.
Like, and people, like certain people got so upset that show didn't get a fair shake and it only got one season that they petitioned and got him into other shows
Oh, cool.
because that show should have continued going. It followed the comics really well.
What's it on? Like streaming?
CW.
CW.
Yeah, it was a CW show.
Okay.
You might
CW got bought, right?
I don't know. I know they were for
They got
sale.
bought by AMC.
They were for sale. Did they get bought?
I thought they did.
Because that is a money losing freaking place, dude.
Yeah.
I think Hulu bought it.
CW. The CW. Did they get bought? Because I know they've been for sale for a couple of years. CW Network, American Commercial Broadcasting, is controlled by Nexstar Media Group. They're at 75% ownership interest. I don't know that they've been bought yet.
Okay, I might be wrong.
Because they are for sale for sure, or they were, but they are a money losing freaking outfit because they make everything too stupid, man.
Yeah.
Like they don't make enough good stuff. Everything's at a huge loss. Like yeah, they're falling apart. If they haven't been sold, they're definitely still for sale.
Okay.
Like yeah, Nerdrotic and all these other people that I follow were following that really heavily when they were
Really?
like, oh look, they're about to go for sale, and then they announced that they were for sale. I haven't heard anything, so I don't think they've been bought yet.
Okay.
They made that new Superman show, I think.
Who owns the CW? Nexstar and Paramount.
Yeah, but as of when? Because I think everyone was trying to like jump ship. Is the CW for sale? The CW is getting new ownership. The broadcast network, currently run as a joint venture between Warner Bros. And Discovery's Warner Bros. TV and Paramount Global CBS Studios, is selling a 75% stake in the local broadcast giant Nexstar.
So that's a Search Star then.
So they're still... No, the CW is not for sale as Nexstar Media Group closed its acquisition of a control interest in the network in October of 22.
October 3rd, 2022.
But I think they're still considering selling.
CW is a...
I think they're still considering selling. Someone's still considering selling. Here's the problem, dude. Warner Brothers... I love DC Comics way more than I love Marvel Comics.
Okay.
And Warner Brothers cannot get their shit together.
Yeah.
And it's been a plague to them forever.
Are you talking about making movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they cannot adapt their own IP. They own the comic books and the film. You can easily and up until freaking Disney bought Marvel, they couldn't do much anything. They said which is why they bought Lucasfilm.
Okay.
So they could make the Star Wars franchise. And then they bought the rights to the comic books for Marvel, and then they wound up buying Marvel entirely. So now Disney owns Marvel, and they own the comic books and the ability to make the movies. Warner Brothers owned the same thing. They own all the comic books and all the comic book distribution rights, and they own the ability to
make the movies.
Make the movies. And they always make terrible movies and
Yeah.
terrible TV shows. Like, you own the damn comic books. You don't have to go out of your way to try to figure this out. Marvel was at least in an interesting position where they didn't own a bunch of their own main characters. They don't own Fantastic Four. They don't own Spider-Man. And I still think they don't own Ghost Rider yet either. And Venom, which is why Sony Pictures was always able to make these films. Because other people bought the IP to these. But DC doesn't have that problem. They own
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Make a good Superman movie.
Yeah.
Make a good Batman movie.
Yeah.
Like,
The only thing I saw from them that I actually enjoyed was the creature from the Black Lagoon. The creature or whatever.
the creature.
TV show.
Swamp Thing?
Swamp Thing. Thank you.
Yes. But that only got one season.
That only got one season, yeah.
Like, they dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Constantine, only one season. But they kept The Flash going forever, and that show was super campy. Arrow was really good.
I liked Arrow.
And then the character was like, I'm done. Like, the actor was like, I'm done. I want to stop this. So they eventually stopped. But it was the Arrowverse. His show started that. The first couple seasons were freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then it just slowly kind of got a little less awesome. And then eventually
Fizzled
opened up the
out.
Flash. And then the Flash was kind of campy all the way through. That's why I only watched like the first season, maybe 2 seasons of
Dude,
the Flash.
I gave the newer Flash movie a fair shake.
I will
It
never
fucking
watch it.
sucks so bad,
Never.
dude.
I'll never waste my money.
The opening scene with Batman was like the coolest part of it.
Keaton?
I will
No,
I've never seen it, so I don't know where he is.
Stiller.
Huh?
Ben Stiller. No, the opening scene of
Affleck
the
or
Flash.
Stiller?
Affleck, sorry. We were talking about Ben Stiller. That's why I got stuck in my head.
I will not watch a Flash movie that has a convicted felon as
The convicted felon isn't the problem so much as a woman abuser and a kitty
what
toucher
he did. Yeah.
and a full tilt alcoholic and drug addict. Like full tilt in the rage. He's making this movie and he's getting arrested in Hawaii for assault on a woman and being like drunk and disorderly and
Oh, really?
on
I didn't know that.
all the drugs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that punk ass kid should have been fired, and they should have stopped making that film.
Yeah.
And instead, they kept doing it because they were already digging a deep hole, and they were like, "Well, we either lose all this money."
Yeah, you could tell. You can tell from the movie that the budget was fucking huge.
Dude, yeah, Ezra Miller, terrible human, and I think his career's practically dead.
Really.
Unless he has a Robert Downey Jr. level
Comeback.
like, but Robert Downey Jr. did the work to fix himself as
Yeah.
a human.
Yeah.
I don't think Ezra Miller's hit rock bottom enough to
Yeah.
do that yet because he keeps getting bailed out. Like people keep defending him in a way that he doesn't actually see behind a jail cell.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. had to do a year in prison
Mm-hmm.
here in Arizona. It sucks here.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Um,
That's the worst crime
But
ever.
he also did a lot of rehab here, like because we have some of the best rehab facilities
Mhm.
in the country here in Arizona, and it's just like
Yeah,
a
a lot of people come.
well kept secret.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Yeah, so every time one of your famous people need rehab, they come to Arizona.
Yeah.
Or Canada.
Oh, right here, buddy. So, yeah, dude, Ezra Miller's a terrible human.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Just start looking into him.
Yeah, I'm good.
Dude, 'cause, like,
I saw the movie
like
and it sucked.
2 or 3 years ago, the dude was in Hawaii just like stalking a girl, breaking into her home. Like,
Jeez.
dude was going all out. He like beat up a woman in a store. Like she was like wanting to record with him and then saying something, and he was not sober. And he's like, "Oh, fine, let's fight then." And he's like, starts wrapping her up until like the dude's nuts. He's unstable,
Jeez.
and I have a feeling he might have been getting taken advantage of.
All
as
he
a
got
young-
was 1 year probation.
yeah, dude,
Wow.
for doing all kinds of crazy stuff
That's
that
wild.
you'd be seeing like 10 years for.
Yeah. That's wild.
He kept getting caught with a bunch of drugs.
Really.
Yeah, dude. Not a great kid. And they just kept putting him in stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think that he was being abused
I don't think I've ever
by
seen him in anything
producers or
else.
something. He was in what's one of the Harry Potter offshoots?
Mystical Beasts.
Mystical Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah.
He's the other kid, the other wizard kid with like
Okay.
the bowl cut.
Maybe I
like
remember
real
him.
strict and everything. That's Ezra Miller.
Okay.
I think he was in something else too. But
Ezra Miller has been arrested for second-degree assault in Hawaii less than 4 weeks after The Flash and Fantastic Beasts star was arrested for disorderly conduct and harassment in Holo, Hawaii.
he also, that same person, he had the harassment suit on the parents. So she was underage,
Mhm.
and he was like staying with them, and then they filed a
Restraining order.
restraining order, and then he broke that and broke into their house.
Jeez.
Dude, like things are crazy with that kid, and I say kid, he's like in his mid-20s or whatever, but like it never got popped for any of it.
Wow.
Like he just kept getting sweetheart deals. Like I think that the studios were just like throwing money at these problems to not tank this film that they were in for, you know, probably a couple $100 million.
Yeah.
And then the movie sucked anyway.
Yeah, it did.
Like I haven't seen it, but I know it's like nothing with CGI. It's not a great story. Like all you had to do was a Flashpoint Paradox story and keep it simple and bring back what's his name, Gustav. Grant Gusterson, Grant something. What's the name of the guy who played the Flash, the TV show? For some reason, they've got these weird rules where you can't use the actor from a TV show to also be in the movie. Like,
Really?
Yeah. So it's Grant something. Did a great job as the Flash. Grant. Let me find him. Come on. Just give me the cast. 9 seasons. Grant Gustin.
Yeah,
Grant Gustin.
That kid, like, that dude was great as the Flash. Great as Barry Allen. Because Barry Allen's a very likable, clean-cut
Mhm.
person. Like, the Flash is a very no-joke, like, good person. Whereas, like, Green Lantern's kind of a dick. Green Arrow was like a womanizer and an alcoholic. Batman's broody as hell, very emo. And Superman's another good boy. Like, it made for a very well-rounded group of people in the Justice League. I didn't ever watch Supergirl. I heard it was good. It wasn't for me.
Never
Never
seen
saw
it.
it.
And they destroyed one of my favorite characters, Martian Manhunter. Like, they didn't do him justice.
He's
at
the last
all.
of his kind. His only weakness is fire.
That character is so kick-ass, dude.
He-
Martian
Yeah.
Manhunter's so overpowered.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that dude, he could just like mollywop
I played him in
Superman,
Mortal Kombat.
no problem.
You know,
And that's even underselling it. Like, he can mollywop Superman,
Jeez.
like, because he's just a completely different level of character.
you know what's
and
interesting?
Never got a fair shake in a TV show.
You know what's interesting? Batman has a contingency plan for everyone in the
In the Justice League, yeah. on his
except
set.
for Plastic Man. There's no contingency plan for him because there's no way to stop him. Apparently, like
Heating him up.
it won't work. His body will just
It'll just
recover it.
reconstitute.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Once everything, like, you'd have to probably keep him forever
Heated.
melted
Yeah.
so he can never reconstitute. And how are you going to do that?
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of
Prison
crazy
oven.
furnace
Yeah.
that like never runs out of fuel.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And
There's-
even then, like, you might be able to find a cool spot in that oven. Like, I think that would be kind of hard. Plastic Man's fun. He's a fun character. Like, he's on the same kind of crazy level as like Freakazoid. Like, you got to be kind of demented to be able to turn your arm into a big old hammer, just start smashing dudes. All right, you guys take over the con for a minute. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
No dead air.
No dead air.
Dead air.
So, did you know who Knock is in the Marvel universe?
Knock?
Knock.
No.
He's the very first symbiote. So, like
Okay.
Venom and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
He's the very first
yeah. Okay.
Knock.
I've never heard of him. What color is he?
It's like grayish,
Okay.
but he's not like Venom or any of them. He's kind of like he has a human form.
Okay.
So he himself isn't technically a symbiote, but he created every other symbiote.
Oh, he's like the originator?
Yeah. The very first symbiote he created was a sword
Okay.
made out of pure hatred.
Nice.
You know who Knock is, Dead?
Huh?
You know who Knock is? The symbiote wise? Like Venom and all that?
Okay. I mean, not offhand.
Yeah, no, they're putting him in the new Venom movie.
What color is he?
Gray.
That's exactly what I asked.
Was he in the first one?
No.
I thought the strongest one was in the first one.
No.
Curious.
How do you spell knock?
I'm not sure how to spell his name because it's a
It would be Knock, but I guarantee that it's spelled.
It's not spelled that way.
Oh, I did have an HDMI already.
I'm not finding him, Daniel. I'm looking for him. Ooh, Venom Hulk. That sounds pretty cool. I'd watch that movie. Venom Hulk.
It's like venomized characters.
Oh, sweet. Your background's the same on this one. So can you use the mouse on both monitors?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll scroll across.
Oh,
I think I have them backwards right now.
it's Null. Null. Knull.
So turn my mouse back on here. Just wanted to see what it would
I
do.
told you, he's gray.
So I have them plugged into the.
Oh, that's pretty bitchin', dude.
So I can.
How you can go from monitor to monitor.
Yep. I need to swap the HDMI's so that it is continued this way. Oh, excuse me, instead of the other way. So I have to go off to the far right side of the screen and pop it
Oh,
left
okay.
over
I
here.
gotcha.
No, I don't need, but if I needed to pull something up, I could. It's like if I wanted to see something over here,
The
can't.
darkness bows to me. I am the void. Null was an eldritch god of darkness and the creator of the symbiotes.
Yeah, I've never heard of him, but he's going to be in The Last Dance.
Supposedly,
That's what I'm reading.
from what I heard, yeah. And if you look at him, he's gray. He's not black or white.
And
he's gray.
The fan fiction is that Norman Reedus is going to be playing him.
Really?
Oh, Norman Reedus has been putting in some work lately. Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah, we talked about Noel while you were gone. It's fucking hilarious that when he brought it up and he said it was a symbiote, I was like, what color is he? And the first thing you ask when you come in here is, what color is he?
There's no racial bias in here. There's no black or white.
No,
It's
but they
gray.
make them all. They make them all
Different
colors.
Yeah.
That's
Like
facts, man.
Carnage is red.
Different colors
Venom is black.
mean actually their strength.
Yeah.
So red is the strongest. Gray is like the medium.
There's blue ones too. I know that.
Yeah. Like
Ugh. No, I'm trying to remember.
it's kind of like with humans. Blacks are very fast and typically really strong.
Wow, dude, I watched most of what I put on my list. So yesterday I planned on watching Smile, Hush, Cuckoo, 28 weeks
Did you
later.
watch Cuckoo?
No.
Oh, okay.
28 weeks later, It Follows, and Never Let Go.
Did you watch 28 Weeks Later?
No.
It's one of my favorite zombie flicks.
Dude, it's so good. Which do you
Shut
like
up,
more,
let
though, the first one or the second one? You
I
cannot,
like Weeks. I like Weeks.
You cannot find the first one right now.
Really?
It's in like this weird like ownership paradox.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because that's 28 Days Later.
Yes. And
many
it is
there are.
so hard. That's what I wanted to watch. It's been so long since I've watched those films.
And Weeks is the one of the guy waking up from the coma, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, wait. Was it the first one? Fuck, dude, it's been so long since I watched them. Just slide them back here. No, it was the first one.
First one's the one
28
that
days.
is the coma?
28 days.
Okay,
Yep.
because that's the actor is the guy from
Yeah, Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. Yeah.
Like I said, it's been so long since I've watched these movies. And I was like, I haven't watched these in a long time.
Mhm.
I want to watch these.
Can't find the first one.
Dude, the first one, like, you want to watch. I've like been trying to find out, and it's like in some weird production hell. It's like streaming. Let's see. Like I spent so much time, is nearly unavailable to watch anywhere. On Roku to Smart TV, blah, blah, blah. Later is available free through a channel called Awesome. Like,
Just
I'm
dude,
surprised
pirate
that's
the
not
movie.
one that you own.
so am I. Like,
Just pirate the movie.
that's such a pain in the butt to do that nowadays. There's so much headaches. That's one I wanted to watch and didn't get around to it. But I watched Smile, Hush, and It Follows. So
Nice.
now I can take those off. Yeah, dude.
What made you
Never
wanna
Let
watch?
Go is still expensive because it's brand new, and I didn't feel like after Long Legs, I was like, I am not wasting another $20 on
Yeah.
a film
No, I
without
get it.
knowing.
Yeah.
If it's good, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Like, but not. I was like, damn it. Like,
Just gonna wait for it.
yeah. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. I haven't paid for it
I get
yet.
it.
But I think Cuckoo was like $25,
You
and
wanna
Never
s-
Let Go was 20
you
or
wanna-
something like that.
Because I'm really looking forward to Never Let Go too. You want to split it with me on Friday?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. 10 and 10.
Yeah, that works.
I'm game for that.
But yeah, so I wanted to watch 28 Weeks Later, and then didn't get around to it. I think we just kind of like ran out of time to like keep watching stuff. I don't know. Did I watch anything else last night? I feel like I went to bed, like kind of stopped watching stuff.
I did watch John Carter.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I finished it on Hulu.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was on Hulu, but when I was watching it, I was on my phone looking at Hulu stuff because I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, "Oh, look at John Carter's on here." So I finished it in my room. It was good.
Sack.
Yeah.
So good.
And then the
Virginia.
little
Sack.
the little drink that they give him makes it so he can understand them.
Yep.
Yeah, that
I
was cool.
love that they have
only,
a reason.
My only gripe was how do they understand him? If
same
he's still
same
speaking
thing.
English. Oh, they drink it.
Yeah, because they all raised on it.
Okay.
Because
yeah, they
that's-
were giving it to the baby.
So
It's
it's
universal
It's like
translating drink.
yeah, you're able once you drink it, like you're able to understand whoever's
Gotcha.
talking
Okay.
to you.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's like a really fun, easy way out of a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they send him through with.
I
all
like
the
how they
other
throw him in
hatchlings.
with all the hatchlings.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah.
So
No, I thought it was really good. I have seen it before, but not in its entirety.
Okay.
So, because I remember like little bits, like when they first get introduced to the green guys, like I recognize them, and I remember the
Yeah, sack.
Zach.
Virginia, sack.
Yeah, Virginia.
Dotar, Sojat.
John Carter
Yeah,
from Virginia.
yeah.
Virginia. Yeah.
Dotar, Sojat.
And I really like so the main antagonist is cool, the actor, but I like his like the dude that's on his shoulder the whole time that gives him the power. That actor, I like him a lot.
Oh, Strong. It's not. Is it Jeremy? It's not. You're talking about Lord Blackwood.
Yes,
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong. Thank you. I really like him a lot.
I like him as an actor.
Yeah, me too.
You'll really like his character in The Kingsman.
Okay.
His character's awesome, huh? As Merlin.
yeah,
What's the line from Kingsman?
manners maketh men.
Manners maketh man. Yep.
Which Kingsman is he in?
He's in the first.
2.
Yeah, he's in the first two.
Okay.
I'm trying. I don't think he was in the third. I don't think he was in the
He
third
was
one
in the last one
because the third
though,
one's a
too.
prequel.
He
He
was-
was in the first two. So the Kingsman and then the Kingsman Golden Circle.
Okay.
And then the Kingsman. So it's the Kingsmen, and then the Kingsmen Golden Circle, and then the prequel is Kingsman.
Okay. I think that's the one that's on Netflix.
Dude, it's so good.
Okay.
I love those movies. Sam
I've seen him
Jackson is in the
I've
first
seen him a
one.
million times, like out and about, but I've never given him the time to watch them.
So the bad guy in the first one, Sam Jackson. The bad guy in the second one is a woman whose name I can't remember, and she's got a really fun captive. You'll
Okay.
enjoy it. And then the third one is like the original kickoff, how the whole organization got started.
Okay.
Dude, they are so good. I love all three of those movies. I'll watch those ones with you.
Okay.
I mean, we're kind of doing the scary thing right now, but
Yeah.
dude, they're so good.
I'll watch them.
I love those.
Do you own any
movies.
on your digital library?
I think I own both the first two on digital. I might. I know I own the third one. Or I'm almost positive I own the third one because I think I bought it as soon as it came out,
Okay.
which was digital. Here, I'll search my library right now.
I'm pretty sure Kingsman is
It's
also
such a-
on Hulu too.
It's such a lame that you can search your library on that, but you can't on the TV.
Yeah.
It drives me fucking insane.
Yeah, you have to go through all in alphabetical order. So, Kingsman, the Secret Service, and then Kingsman, the Golden Circle.
Those are the first two.
Yep. So, come on. Eggsy. So, yeah, that's the first two. And then
Manners.
Manners Maketh Man. The Kingsman franchise. So,
Do your best.
the Kingsman.
What do you say? Do your best Nazi salute.
This is the original. Where is it? I thought I owned it. Kingsman. Dead air.
Would that be under T or K?
It should be under K.
Okay.
Oh wait, in my movies, physical, it would be under T.
Okay.
No, that would be under K in my films. I think it's under T in digital.
In digital.
Yeah, backwards.
Okay.
So in my stuff, it would be Kingsman.
And you have the first two on digital, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking to see. I thought I had the first one. I don't know why this is bringing up images.
And that's the prequel, right?
Yeah, dude, it's so freaking
Did
good.
that one come out last?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the most recent one, and that's got Ray Fiennes in it. Kingsman. The Kingsman. Do 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 do. This freaking fly, bro. Yeah, I've got all three of them. So it's The Kingsman is the prequel. So watch that one last.
Okay.
And then
Kingsman and then Golden Circle.
Kingsman, The Secret Service. That's the first one.
Okay.
And then the Golden Circle is the second one.
Okay.
And then the Kingsman is third.
All right.
And they're all really good.
I got some homework.
All of them are fantastic.
Okay.
I know you've seen the first two.
I'm gonna watch Attack on the
I've
Block
seen all
first.
three.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you've watched the third one with me.
Yeah, it's
pretty
with
sure I
that
made
weird, crazy, like
Russian.
Russian-looking dude. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not Russian looking. He is Russian. Yeah.
Didn't he
it's-
have like a really big beard or something
Yes.
like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. He was based on a real person. Yeah, he was based on a very, very real person.
I'm gonna watch Attack the Block first.
Dude, it's so much fun, dude.
It's
You'll
such a-
really dig it.
Okay.
That movie's a lot of fun. I like watching that one every once in a while. I haven't seen that one in a couple of years now, actually.
Yeah.
So Attack the
but
Block.
I can basically remember
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one
everything
tonight.
of that movie.
Might watch one of the Kingsmen.
Yeah, Attack the Block is worth every penny.
Okay.
I love watching that one.
You haven't let me down yet. The only one that I can say that I not even didn't enjoy, but just I had already seen it and just forgot about it was John Carter.
The long legs.
But what did you
long leg?
think of John Carter, though,
I liked it.
generally speaking?
I liked it. It was fun. Feel good movie.
Would you have liked to have seen another one?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see another one. It seems like the budget was fucking out of control for that movie, especially
And
for the time.
What's nuts is that budget was huge. You can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the
they didn't-
Coliseum
and they didn't-
scene.
Yeah, and they didn't
like,
give it any. They didn't market it or anything.
Not at all.
Wow.
They let that one flop.
Yeah.
So
They dropped the
hard.
ball on that one for
If
sure.
they would have marketed that movie, because people love it.
Yeah.
After they've seen it.
Yeah.
But they didn't market it at all.
Mhm.
I didn't even hear of it, and I'm a movie guy
Mhm.
until after it was already out.
Wow.
Like I think it had just come out when my I'm like I thought about this because the other night we were talking about it. I thought my dad had gone to see it in theaters, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, no, it's not. That can't be true because I think a friend of his, like him and Rachel used to have a bunch of different friends that they'd hang out with, and
Mhm.
most of them have like moved away now. But they had some friends live right down the street, Bob and Debbie, and like they rode Harleys together. Like I've known them my whole life. Like
Mhm.
my dad's best friends, like one of his sisters. So I guess they'd gone over to their house to watch a movie, and that was what they had.
Hmm.
Like that's one that they rented, and just kind of hang out like a couples thing.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about it, like I think that day or the next day. He was like, "I just watched this new movie. You need to watch it. Like
Yeah.
it's fantastic." So I went out and not Redbox, but one of the other like competitors to Redbox.
Was it Netflix at the time?
Netflix? No, Netflix. I mean, Netflix was out, but it
Yeah.
wasn't on Netflix.
Okay.
It had just come out on DVD.
Okay.
And Netflix was still trying to grow and get
Yeah.
in their IP. And because it was like 2011, 2012. It was 2012 when I got it because I had just gotten divorced.
Okay.
So, which is the only reason I was at my dad's in the first place. So I went out and I was dropping the boys off at their mom's house, and there was a gas station, the one right down the street from your grandpa's house,
Mhm.
the one with that used to have the A&W in it.
Yeah.
They had this movie rental box, but you could also buy movies.
Okay.
So you can buy ones that have been rented for a while. So it saw it in there, and instead of renting it, I just bought it
Mm-hmm.
and dropped them off. Went back to the house and watched it, and immediately fell in love with that movie.
Yeah.
So then, since then, I think I bought a legit Blu-ray copy of
Okay.
it. But my very first copy was just like a busted up rental.
Yeah.
That I paid like $13 for. I was like, yeah, I don't want to have to return this. I'm just gonna pay for it.
Mhm.
But I used to do that a lot, dude. I used to buy a lot of movies from Redbox.
I used to buy them from Redbox all the
I got
time.
like
Yeah.
I got a fat
Same thing with
stack of
games.
Redbox movies.
Yeah.
I didn't really do video games. If I buy a video game, I typically go buy a new one,
Okay.
or I buy a used one from GameStop.
Gotcha.
Like I do buy used games, but never from there.
Bought the first Red Dead and Borderlands 2 from Redbox.
I got those on an Xbox.
Nice.
There was one year the boys, I wanted to get them a new Xbox, and I was looking around, and Xboxes, like I wanted to get a new 360, and because it's like the one had only been out for a couple of years, was still really expensive. Single dad, I didn't have a ton of cash, but I went on, I think it was Craigslist or Backpage at the time, like one of the just local sites,
Mhm.
and found someone selling an Xbox 360, like pretty new, like it was only a couple of years old,
Mhm.
and he had like 60 games downloaded on
Oh,
it.
wow.
Plus he had like 20 physical games
Yeah.
for like $250
Oh, good
because he
deal.
wanted to buy his kid the brand new Xbox
Yeah.
One. So I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, buddy, like I really want to buy this for my kids. Like I'll meet you right now. I've got cash."
Mhm.
And he was like, "Cool." So I met up with him. It's the Xbox is still in Richter's room.
Wow.
Like I mean, he has the whatever the hell the
Xbox X.
badass one you guys have is. But yeah, so but he still plays it, and that had Red Dead 1 and 2 on it.
Nice.
So that's when I played it. I never completed the whole damn game. Those games are so big.
It
Yeah.
also has Borderlands 3.
It's also got Borderlands, but I also think I've got Borderlands 2 physical. It's got like some of the Uncharted games. It's got the Far Cry games. I think it's got like Far Cry like 1 through 5.
Dark
Wow.
Souls 3.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of games. Like the dude was like,
Halo
he goes,
Reach.
don't delete. He goes, you can create as many profiles as you want. He goes, but don't delete this one because this is the one that all those games are downloaded on. And I was like, thanks for the heads up, buddy.
Yeah.
He goes, don't wipe it. And I was like, you got it. So I've got a crap ton of games with that.
Nice.
Like, it was one of the best purchases I've ever made
Nice.
because that thing's still alive.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like 10 years ago. What year was it that I bought that? I was the only time I've ever lived in an apartment. I think I just moved into the apartment when I bought that Xbox. I don't even know if it was then. It might have been before then. I'm trying to remember. It might have been in the small house, which is right up the street from the place you were living in last. They're off of Glenn and whatever
Campbell?
the hell. No, Campbell's farther down. I was 1 block away from Alvernon.
Oh, okay.
So you were 2 blocks away. I was 1
Yeah.
block away. So if you'd have pulled
Richie?
out, huh?
Was it Richie?
No, it's the next intersection. So if you would have pulled out, so like say your front door was to your back
Mhm.
and you're on the street, you turn right, hit the stop sign, and go straight.
Yeah.
Just before the next stop sign,
Okay.
which was only a block away from Alvernon.
Yeah.
I had a little house right there, so I was a block away,
Okay.
but closer to Alvernon.
Mhm.
I think I might have just moved in there when I bought that. But
Was
yeah,
it with that one dude?
Yeah, Keith.
Keith?
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever had a roommate too. That was interesting.
I think that was like 2012.
No, it was 13. It was 2013 because I was building the building at the U of A at the time. So it was 2013, and then we lived there for like a little over a year. Then I got the apartment.
Because Richter was crazy scared of that pug.
Yeah, this dude, got divorced, lived with my dad for like 6 months or something, trying to save up money, and then found a house. And my brother had just gotten out of prison, and my sister was just moving back from Texas.
Okay.
So we got this house, and all 3 of us lived there, and we were there for like a year. And my sister bailed to go live with a friend of hers in town. So it was just me and my brother. And he was only working at Denny's, and I was an electrician making like $13 an hour. So we were having a hard time, like paying rent, paying all the bills and stuff. It was a big freaking house with a giant 2-car garage and everything, on like an acre and a half. It was a great spot, right out there, like 6 minutes down from like your grandpa.
Okay.
I lived out off of Manville and Anway.
Okay.
So I was in the middle of freaking nowhere. I had a 1-ton, so an OBS Chevy, so like the Beast, extended cab just like it, 1-ton dually on bags, so it would lay frame. I could actually lay frame and raise the tires off the ground, and that road was beating the crap out of that truck.
Yeah, I
so
bet.
bad that I was like, I got rid of the truck. I didn't have it very long. I was like, I can't drive this down my roads anymore. It's out in the backwoods. So I lived there for a while, and then my brother was like, hey, I'm moving in with my girlfriend. And I was like, well, damn, I really can't afford this place on my own. So talked to the lady who we're renting from. We're like, hey, sorry, like everyone's bailing on me. I got to find another place to live. And then my sister hit me up. She knew, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, I don't know where the hell I'm going to go. Like, I can't afford another big house. And my sister hit me up, and she's like, hey, me and that friend I moved in with are moving into another apartment. But that means her uncle, because it was originally her and her uncle, her friend and her friend's uncle living in this place. And then my sister moved into the 3rd bedroom. So she was like, well, hey, Keith really needs a roommate. You want to just come live here? And I'd already stayed there a couple of times, so I kind of knew him. So he was chill. He was an older dude. He was like 50.
Really big Steelers fan.
No. He was a big San Diego fan.
San Diego.
So yeah, he was a Chargers fan. Ram Chargers.
Ram Chargers.
So, and I'm a Broncos fan, so we talked a lot of shit. But, and it was a year that we went to the Super Bowl and then lost to Seattle. But anyway, so we moved in with him, So he was like, damn it, man, your sister's bailing on me. And I was like, hey, dude, she just bailed on me. I get it. Like, so initially she was like, hey, no, it was her friend moved out. So my sister still lived there. She was like, hey, I was like, cool, man, it's 1 bedroom, but hey, we'll make it work. So we were living there for a while. And after like 3 months, my sister left living with us and went to go live with the same friend. So she bailed on me twice in a year.
Nice.
And so then we're in this part. So then the boys got their own room in the apartment, or it was a little house. And then moved out and got an apartment, and then just houses after that. So it's the only apartment I've ever lived in was the one apartment. And it turns out like Richter was sneaking out all the time, and he was like 8 or 9. Like,
really?
Just like, yeah, he just like Boogie, man. He had friends all over the place. I mean, Richter's like, he loves having friends. And so it turns out, like, I didn't know this, but like every weekend, him and this couple of other buddies would like take off and go just mobbing around the apartment complex, go across the street to Circle K, like go play basketball in the middle of the night, like go on the racquetball court and go crazy. Because I picked that apartment because my apartment was right next door to the racquetball court. Yeah. And I was big into racquetball at the time. So I was like, cool, I just walk downstairs and I'm literally right next to the racquetball court. Because racquetball's interior. It's the big building. So I was the only person. I got my buddy Nick and a couple other friends, the guys that we would normally go to LA Fitness and play racquetball together. I got them to start coming over to my house. I'm like, hey guys, just come over here. We can get hammered drunk and play racquetball. Yeah. And they were like, okay. But yeah, so freaking one apartment, man. But I think that's where I bought that Xbox.
What's up with the pug?
So Keith had a pug, and pugs breathe heavy.
Yeah, I have one.
It freaked Richter out because Richter. So this is 2013 going into 14. So
7 years old.
Yeah. So it's like freaking him out, dude. Like, because you could hear it. Like we were in the room watching TV. Like when all 3 of us were in the same room for a little while. So I'd sleep on the floor and they'd take the bed or whatever, and I'd have the TV in there. We'd be watching TV, and that dog would just at the door, and it would freak him out. And then like Richter would go out to go to the bathroom or whatever, and that dog would sometimes, and he'd follow him around. Like it was a nice dog. Like it wasn't aggressive or anything. Yeah, but it was kind of lonely. So it would follow Richter around all over the place, and Richter freaked him out, dude.
He would jump.
He only remembers that place because of that dog.
I know what I'm getting him for Christmas.
Like, yeah, dude, he's not a pug kid.
I'm getting him pug stuff.
Yeah, he likes big dogs.
Yeah, I'm getting him pug stuff for
Richter
Christmas.
At that time, he would jump on the couch to get away from the pug because the pug couldn't get on the couch.
Yeah, dude, that pug freaked him out. Because we had big dogs.
What little quirks did this one have as a kid?
I'd say like the biggest one was his like sociopathic ability to just be left alone and quiet for like 12 hours straight.
Nice.
Like I think it's because for a long time he was the only kid. Like because Richter wasn't born until he was 2.5, and like he didn't have like a bunch of cousins around and stuff at the time. So yeah, he'd post up doing his own thing,
alone.
Like which is why he's still good, just doing his own thing, just being alone. Like it's actually made him like a pretty solid adult because he's like, I don't need anybody. Like it was interesting watching him go through high school because he like so as a little kid, that was his big thing, was just being left the hell alone. He'd just be like, I'm gonna go do this, and then he'd be over there and he'd stay exactly where he was. And whether it be in his room or in the living room or like hanging out under the table in the dining room, whatever he was doing, he was fine doing his own thing and being left the hell alone.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, want to hang out? And he'd be like, It's like, I'm good. Like, I don't need you, dude. Go away. I got my own thing going on. So he was just always good at just being on his own. Mm. And then as he got older, he because the boys like me when they were little got bullied fucking ruthlessly. Mm. Like they were getting bullied bad.
It doesn't help that I was like really skinny as a kid.
Yeah, he is a little person. Like he wouldn't like Richter up until lately has always been like the shortest person in the room, and for a long time was the fattest kid. So like Richter like does not view himself in a good light at all.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which is why like he stands there and like bows up because the dude's strong now. He's still kind of small, but he's really strong for his size. So he's like, that's why he doesn't want to. That's why he doesn't eat as much. He's always watching what he eats. He's so terrified of being the fat kid, and it was only a few years ago that he was still the fat kid.
Gotcha.
So it's like it weighs on him. But Richter likes to be the center of attention. He likes that. He thrives off of being everyone's friend. This kid doesn't give a shit. so much so that in junior high he started wearing. He got this pink Betty Boop hat. And he started wearing that, and I was like, dude, you shouldn't wear that. And he was like, no, I like it. And I was like, okay. I don't know if people ever talk shit, but he never came home crying about it, and he never stopped wearing the damn hat. Like,
no one said a thing to
Now
me.
you got your Playboy
but
one.
yeah.
I do got my
Now he just wears, like, I mean, you see, dude, he's
Yeah.
got a very eclectic wardrobe, and
You and your
doesn't
brother.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
The weird thing is Richter gives a damn, but I think in his mind he's wearing cool clothes. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. Is to him, he's like, yeah,
This is some
This is
real
what's up.
drip.
The
This
way
is
you
what's
said
up.
that was so fucking funny.
I meant it to be, because it's like, I think it's to him, like, he's like, yeah, BDUs and a button-up shirt
Oh man.
with like Jordans, like,
You said that with such severity. That was great.
yeah,
Oversized.
because that's exactly.
Jordans.
Do you know I'm right? Like, so because I've thought about it a lot, which is why I was able to
That was,
nail
like,
the
when- that
description.
was like when he came out with the suit and the fedora, and he was so fucking pumped, and you were like, I don't know, dude.
So he comes out wearing this beautiful blazer. Like, dude, this
Yeah, it's a nice blazer.
The sweater jacket
Gray
was
blazer was
really
cool.
nice, and he's wearing a
Purple shirt.
purple shirt and a pink fedora.
I
and
got
and a
him
patterned
the
tie.
Huh?
And a patterned tie.
Oh, was it a I didn't even notice
Yeah,
the
it was a
tie. I
patterned
couldn't
tie.
look past the sparkly pink fedora.
Yeah.
I got him the pink sparkly fedora.
What sucks is I bought you both nice fedoras.
I know.
Like, you guys have decent fedoras, and he wears that one. I'm like, dude, I bought you like a $40 fedora. I
What's
mean, it's
funny
not,
is that one cost 10 times less. It was $4.
dude, yeah. For his birthday 2 years ago, I bought that. It was a $40 fedora I bought him. Now it's not the like high end one that I have, but my head's done growing. Like, he's still gonna grow, so I don't want to buy the high end, like, nice felt fedora. But like my fedora, I love my fedora. I take good care of it. But I bought him a good quality one, and he wore it for a while. Like, I mean, he wore it to your graduation, but he hasn't worn it a lot since. Like, because in the graduation, he actually looked good when you graduated. But yeah, dude, he walks out wearing like two things that do not go together. They'd be fine with something else.
Yeah.
Like when he wears like the pink Cavs shirt, and then like BDUs. It's
Yeah.
like, it's riding the edge, but
Yeah.
it kind of works.
Yeah.
Like, it's something I probably would have worn when I was his age, because I did not give a shit.
Mm.
Like, I don't care what anyone says about me. So please comment, say whatever you want about me. We need comments, man. Come on, you guys need to slack it. So, but like, he comes out
Like
and it's
and
like,
subscribe.
wait, those big stupid pants that I wish you would have burned instead of giving to your brother.
Which ones?
Any of them, any of the big stupid Sinbad pants, like the Aladdin pants. So
No,
now
I
he's
still
wearing,
have all my Aladdin pants.
No, he's wearing a pair of them.
except for
Oh,
the
yeah, he is.
Techno Blade.
So he's got
ones.
those big ass Aladdin pants, like something like he's
The ones
never
with the
been to a
Japanese
rave.
writing on it, right?
Yeah, with the giant pockets you
Those-
could fit a
those are-
phone book in.
Yeah.
Those are
okay.
techno, not
my
Aladdin.
My kids have never been to a rave, and they're dressing like ravers. Like, all of my emo raving friends, that's how they dressed in school.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and it was never my style, but I'm like, yeah, dude, you look cool. But they were also wearing black button ups with them.
Yeah.
Like, or something. Like something that made sense with the ensemble. But he'll wear those and
And, like,
then
a
a
crazy
Shaw Classic t shirt.
Yeah.
It's like those
Don't go together.
Shaw Classic t shirt goes with Under Armour shorts.
Yeah.
That's what goes together.
Or jeans.
Or jeans, which
Yeah.
is how I wear those shirts.
Yeah.
Either shorts or jeans. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't think I really wear anything like out of character, out of the norm,
Not
really.
really.
Anyway.
You're a regular guy.
Yeah, like
Regular
regular human
human
guy. So, like, I don't really wear anything wild. I used to when I was his age. Like, I wore wild stuff,
Oh yeah, so did
and
I.
I'm sure I thought I looked flossing,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah, no, and
fucking
every
wrong.
time every time I see him and he's dressed a little
peculiar.
peculiar, it instantly brings me back to when I was around his age, and I thought I looked like shit, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll let him enjoy it.
I wore Jinkos. Like,
Nice. So did I.
like I leave him alone. Dude, your mom goes crazy.
I know.
She hates every
I know.
second of it. And
I
I was
know.
like, honey, he'll figure it out.
Yeah. She hated him when I did. Dude, she used to make me change all the fucking time.
She's tried with him for a long time, and then finally she's kind of given up. Oh, she still talks a lot.
Yeah, she used to
She's
make
like,
me...
have you seen what Richter wore today? I'm like, I don't care what he wore today. She's like, you need to see it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, he looks stupid. Like, what do you want from me? He's not wearing anything.
She asked me one time we were walking back from the church to the car, and he was ahead of us, and she was me and her were walking, and she goes, "Did you know you dressed like an asshole when you were a kid?" I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but
I didn't realize it until a little later.
only
but
in
yeah.
retrospect.
Yeah, in retrospect. yeah.
Like, I look back and there was a few things I might have done that were a little over the top for me, but they were really mellow for my friend group.
Okay.
Like, I had a I was a popular kid. I had friends everywhere. Like, you name a clique, I was friends with probably everyone in that clique.
You and I had similar high school
Universally,
experiences.
dude. Like, I can go anywhere and fit right in. It helped that I was into drugs, but I was also an
Yeah,
athlete.
Me too.
But I was also an athlete and an avid book reader.
I was a cooker.
I was in you were a hooker,
Cooker.
Walter White style or like Gordon Ramsay?
and then
Gordon Ramsay.
and then yeah, he was chef stuff. And then I was also in drama club. Like,
Oh, cool.
I was
I always
an
wanted
actor.
to get into drama club.
Dude, it's fun. Like, I actually was in plays.
I want to do improv really bad.
To be or
I don't
not
think
to
I'm
be?
funny enough for improv.
Really?
Yeah, like
I think you could do it.
I think I have because when I'm realistic about myself, which I try to be often, like as often as I can, I try to like introspect. I think I'm amusing. Like, this is just from my personal perspective anyway. Like, I think I'm amusing, but I may not be like real funny to a lot of people a lot of the time.
I think you could be funny.
Do you think so?
I
I think
think
I
so.
could be funny.
No,
that's my
if you're-
point.
If you're trying to,
Like,
be.
if I actually set
if
my
you're-
sights
if-
on
yeah,
it.
if
Dead.
you were,
I appreciate that.
If you were putting an effort to be like an improv guy, I think you could do it.
I appreciate
I would
that.
laugh at you.
Nice, dog.
You should tell
I
him,
accept that in the spirit in which it was given.
you should tell him the joke. I'm pretty sure I told you, the pregnant triplet joke lady.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, you want to hear this joke?
How's your delivery gonna be?
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious.
I don't know. He's kind of terrible at telling stories.
Yeah.
Both of my boys are, sadly.
Richter tries, and it always gets to me when he really gets like stumbled up on something, and he's like trying to back his way out of it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. That makes me laugh.
Yes.
I find humor in shit like that though.
So do I.
So, do you guys want to hear this? or
Yeah,
not?
that's
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Is it appropriate for YouTube?
Probably not.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Yeah. Oh, you got to see Insidious, dude.
Okay, so this lady who's pregnant with triplets walks into a bank. Shortly after her, a robber follows her in. He grabs out his banana, holds it up in the air, shoots seeds into the air, tells everyone to get down on the ground, and everyone does, except for this lady, because she's 8 months pregnant. So he gets nervous, and how do I say this? Tickles her in her stomach 3 times. Someone calls the cops come, arrest the robber, takes him to jail. She goes to the doctor. The doctor says the babies are fine, but in 16 years they're going to have to pass the bullet on. So 16 years later goes by. She has the babies. They're all fine. She has 2 sons and 1 daughter. The first son comes up to her, says, Mommy, I have something important to tell you. She goes, what? Son goes, I just peed out a bullet. She says, come here, I have a story to tell you. The daughter comes up and says, Mommy, I have something important to tell you. The mom says, what?
I know where this is going. Okay. Okay.
I'm lost still.
I'm with it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Continue. I know exactly where it's going. Go ahead. Please continue. So the daughter goes, Mommy, I have something important to tell you.
The mom says, "What?" The daughter says, "I just peed out a bullet." The mom says, "Come here, sit on my lap. I have a story to tell you." Do I say exactly what the next one says, or do I?
You can do it in a non-aggressive way. Just go ahead.
So the second son comes up,
Yep.
says, Mommy, I have something important to tell you." The mom says, "What?" "Let me guess. You just peed out a bullet." The son goes, "No, I was masturbating and I shot the dog."
I knew where that was going. As soon as he said the first kid, I was like, oh, I know what's going to
I
happen.
was so lost with the banana and the seeds, but I realized you changed it for, I was like, what the fuck are
Imagery.
you talking about? Yeah.
Imagery.
Yeah, no, I hear. Yeah, it took me a second, but it landed. I was like, seeds don't come out of bananas.
Should I have said tomato instead?
No, that was actually a really clever way to talk
to get
about,
around it. Yeah.
like, banana and seeds. I was like, oh, that was actually really creative imagery. I get it.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I knew where it was going.
Okay.
I have another joke.
Uh-oh.
So, three
Candy bars.
Officer, those aren't ours.
So, three male humans die. They go up.
They go up where?
To the stairway. So there's two white men and one Irish.
Irish people are white.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. I'm lost already.
So God comes up to him, says, "There's not enough room in heaven, so I'm gonna put you through a test. There's thousand stairs there. The pearly gates, and whoever can make it up to the 1,000 steps can enter heaven. But each step you take, I will tell you a joke. The more steps you take, the funnier it gets." So the first white man comes up, says, "I'll go first." He takes the first step. God tells him a joke. He dies out laughing. God says, "Go to hell."
There you go. You're talking in the left side, so I could only hear you on the left side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, what's going on with my headphones?
No, it was him. He was doing this.
I still can't hear out of my right ear.
Really?
Okay.
Go ahead, keep telling your...
1,000 stair joke.
Okay. So the second white man says, "I'll go next." He gets up to the 50th
50th?
step and dies out laughing. God says, "Go to hell." Then the Irishman comes up and says, "I'll go next." So he gets to the first step. God tells a joke. Doesn't laugh. He gets up to the 50th step. Doesn't laugh. Gets up to 100. Doesn't laugh. So forth until the 999th step. God tells a joke. He doesn't laugh. And all of a sudden, he burst out laughing. And God said, Why'd you start laughing? You're one step to the pearly gates." The Irishman says, "I just got the first joke."
What was the first joke? I'm kind of lost.
They didn't say the first joke. It just took him 999 steps to get it.
Yeah. Because he's Irish.
Oh, okay. Still having issues with my right ear.
Are you really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's my headphones acting goofy.
Are you hearing this now? How about this?
Like, hello. It's kind of quiet. Like, I don't know. Ever since I did this, it's like when I do...
Bueno.
Like, what the hell? There we go. See, like
Bueno.
now
It
it opens
opens
up.
up. Yeah, it opens up.
There we
Mine's doing
go.
the same
Bueno.
thing.
There we go. That's better. Maybe I
Okay.
shouldn't have screwed with the effects because something all of a sudden I was like, oh man, I can't hear very well on my right ear anymore. So I had to mess with things. Oh man, dude, 2 hours, no freezing.
It's exciting stuff, dude.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
16 gigs of RAM, baby.
So freaking stoked right now. Oh, this is
I'm
great.
surprised you're not drinking one of your body armors.
I thought about it, and then
They're right here.
these were like the quicker thing.
They're right here.
Yeah.
I finally emptied out the the cooler in the walkway. I kept forgetting to do it, and then finally
Yeah, with all the waters.
I
from
finally was like, "Fucking, I'm gonna do it."
yeah, from the big thing at church. Oh goodness.
But I pulled out like 60 waters, and I filled that up, and then there's still a bag of waters in the laundry room,
Oh, sweet,
so there's extras.
sweet. Yeah, because I bought a ton of water for that.
I remember when you were at work looking at buying waters, and you went with Walmart instead.
Yeah,
How much cheaper were they?
oh, it's a lot cheaper. It was
Really?
like 60 bottles for like $5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
quite a bit more water. So I think we bought 2 of those. So about like 120 water bottles.
It's wild to me the price differences that you can find on waters in different locations.
Yep.
Like you could get a water bottle, like the same water bottle from a Circle K and a hotel and an airport, and they're all three like very different
Yeah, dude,
amounts.
markup is insane.
It's wild how the same product can change so drastically
A
from
lot of
different
it's
venues.
markup
Yeah,
based
that's
on
wild.
demand. What really pisses me off, so it's actually, so Reno last year sucked by comparison to San Diego this year.
Okay.
So Reno, like I don't like Aquafina water. It's
either.
not for me.
Or Dasani.
I like Dasani.
I don't like
I
Dasani.
don't like Aquafina.
I still stick to it's just like 2008, 2007 when they said that there was blood in Dasani. Like it was like a big thing that went around.
Don't you mean lead?
No blood.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
And
I love Dasani.
I heard it once, and it just I never drink Dasani because of it.
I love Dasani. I used to drink a lot of them.
Really?
Aquafina, my problem with that is the fact that they run the water under a blue light and it's still full of just like dead germs.
Yeah.
It just doesn't taste as good to me. Like even if you ignore all that, it just doesn't taste as good.
What do you think about Arrowhead?
Arrowhead's fine.
I like Arrowhead.
Like that's fine. There's
Are we
nothing wrong
just
with it. Discussing water?
discussing the flavor of water?
Yes.
You know,
Because some flavors are way better.
Yes,
I like
I
Smart
agree.
Waters.
I like Smart Water. I like Voss.
I like Body Armor.
Body Armor.
Voss is good. They're just really overpriced everywhere.
It's because of the bottling, though. Hey, do you know Trevor? You know Trevor Wallace, the comedian?
Yeah.
He has this this short that I watched recently, and it's him talking about a bit on stage where he's like, "You give me Voss anything, and I'll be able to tell what it is." And like he's making a big statement about how he could tell Voss from everything. So they do a blind water test of him, and he gets like. He says that like Arrowhead is Voss, and he gets all the way through it, and he's like, "That one's Voss," and it's like just purified tap water. And he's like, "I guess I don't know the difference."
No, you don't, fool.
No, it's impossible to tell the difference.
Yeah.
I was attacked
Unless
by
you're
a
aware of it.
werewolf last night.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave Lando is so funny. Last night I was attacked by a werewolf.
I'm gonna need a new roommate.
But damn it, what was I say? Oh, so at the game, so we go to the game last year at Reno, and all they have is that. It's like, well, this sucks because you can't bring any water in.
Mm-hmm.
There's not exactly water fountains around because Reno sucks. The police department very much reflects
Reno
what
911.
they're capable of doing, like citywide. The
Yeah.
whole city's kind of rough. Very pretty. Like you're up against the mountains and everything. It's a very pretty place. But the stadium sucked. So you can't bring water in. So you can buy drinks, just like everything else, really expensive. So I buy a water, so I'm like, I need water. So, but there's like no place to really refill waters. So that sucks. You have to keep buying like $5 aluminum cans of Aquafina.
Yeah.
Then the sodas are expensive and everything else. So we go to San Diego. It's a brand new stadium. It's nice. We went to go grab drinks. And again, I mean, like we're traveling, so we're not drinking any alcohol. And it kind of pissed off Jack. He was like, "Why aren't you guys drinking? Like, dude, we still have to drive back home to Arizona
Yeah.
tonight. Like, we cannonballed to Reno, freaking almost 18 hours, here for the game, hang out, went to dinner, did all the fun things, and then didn't get out of there till like, damn, dude, it was late. It's like 11:30, and then still had to drive all the way back to Arizona. So, San Diego, we go out, we go to get drinks, and we're reading a little thing, and it says refillable soda. And we're like, oh, we'll get 2 of those. And they're like, yeah, we've got soda fountains kind of everywhere. There's a concession. There's a soda fountain. You can just refill it. And we're like, dude, what?
Yeah.
For
like,
free?
For like $7 a piece.
That's not bad.
Dude, are you kidding me? Like, that's great. Like, by comparison to every other sporting event.
Yeah.
Free
Like,
refill?
free refills the whole time. A football game is a long damn time.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, oh, it's only an hour. No, it's not.
No.
So I just kept going back and refilling our sodas. I'm like, this is freaking sweet. Like, this is what's up. Like, plus there was water fountains everywhere. Like, they had a giant, I couldn't even venture to guess how many gallons, hundreds of gallons. This giant, like, cooler that's shaped almost like an igloo, but almost in like a pyramid shape.
Okay.
With a ton of water head fountains around it for like a sport thing, just like an igloo cooler. That you can see the water line, the filtrated water line going to it. It's also refrigerated to keep the water cold.
Oh, cool.
So people don't dehydrate.
Yeah.
Because they're drinking, they're in the sun, it sucks. So you just go over there and refill. You could take in like a hydro flask or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know about because Reno wouldn't let you. So I left my water bottle in the truck. But yeah, dude, so I just kept refilling that with either water or soda, whatever I felt like drinking.
Nice.
Like, this is how
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
do it,
That's
man.
cool.
This is how you treat people. So even though I'm not a fan of Cali or the Aztecs, dude, their stadium did it right. Like, it's a decent stadium. I liked it. It's got real grass, not AstroTurf. But yeah, free drinks. Like,
Yeah, that's bitching.
so I think I spent, it was like, I don't remember if they were like $6 or $8 or whatever for the cups. And it's like a normal, like, big Pepsi cup
Yeah.
or whatever you would get anywhere else, like a 32-ounce soda cup. Just keep refilling.
Yeah,
That was
that's
pretty
cool.
rad. And then you go over to get a little ice, and then go over and get some water, drink water. And then bought like snacks or whatever, but
Yeah.
got, like a pretzel and some popcorn or whatever.
I
but
love stadium pretzels.
so do I.
My favorite.
But yeah, dude,
Extra
that's,
salty.
yeah.
Circus peanuts?
They didn't have circus peanuts.
I'm-
I love circus peanuts. Though.
I'm so like indifferent with shelled peanuts. I don't know why.
No, circus peanuts, the candy.
Yeah, the
Oh,
like the
no, I'm not a fan.
No.
marshmallow type
Marshmallow
thing.
candy.
Oh no, not a fan.
God, I love them.
Really?
They're
Yeah.
really good.
I like peanuts. I just don't like shelled peanuts.
Really? I love shelled peanuts.
Really?
But that's a
He just
baseball thing,
eats
not a football thing.
straight
Yeah.
up the whole thing.
Your mom, this is the first thing she makes me go do every time we go to a ball game. This was the first year we didn't get to make it to a game. Or did we go to a game? No, we didn't go to a game this year.
No,
I don't
We went
remember
to
it.
a Cubs game. Or was
This
that last
year,
year?
or was that last year?
Was it this year or last year?
I think it was last year.
It was the Cubs, like,
Yeah, spring training. We go to
Spring
spring training game every year. I think this year we didn't make it.
Yeah, I don't remember you guys going to a baseball game.
That was last year.
was it?
Yeah, it was last year that we went to the spring training game. That was the last game we went to.
Hmm.
No, against the Padres. I met
Where the dude got straight hit in the eyeball with the ball?
yeah, I got hit in the face off of and the couple sitting right in front of us were Padres fans. Because I say negative Ghost Rider often in life. Your mom said something, and I said negative Ghost Rider, and the dude in front of me just did this. And they're an older couple. He's like 60s,
Okay.
and both wearing their Padres gear. And he turns around and does that. He's like, great reference. So I was like, I know, right? And he goes, that was my squadron. I go, excuse me? He goes, yeah. He goes, I was a commander. That was my squadron filming that movie.
Oh wow.
I was like, get the hell out of here. He goes, no, dude, I'm telling you. He goes, that was my entire crew that were the actual pilots for the first movie.
That's crazy.
So then I sat there and talked to him about Top Gun for
yeah.
the rest of the game.
That's awesome.
On and off. But yeah, him and his wife were both pilots.
Wow.
I was like, right
That's
on.
crazy.
So, yeah, it was
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah, it was really neat. But yeah, every time we go to a ball game, first thing we have to go do is find
Peanuts.
peanuts. I like them, but I only
like Big League Chew.
But I only eat them every once in a while. I love Big League Chew,
I love Big League Chew.
but
It's so fucking hard to find. It's so hard to find.
What's funny because the most place to see it at is like dollar stores and stuff.
I don't
Wait,
have
Is
it.
where
Is
you
it-
can find the pouches.
Is
Is
have
it that the pouch of the baseball guy doing
Yeah.
like as gum?
It's like dip.
Yeah, it's meant to be shredded like leaf.
I know
Yeah.
where you
like
can
Red
find
Man.
some.
Where?
The pouch.
Park Place Mall. There's this place called Candy Palace.
Will you get
Oh.
me a bag next time you're there?
Hey, should we be muting right now? You guys trying to work out a score here? Trying to score a bag?
Scoring a bag.
Scoring a bag of Big
Scoring a
League
bag.
Chew?
You got me a bag of blue raspberry next time you're there?
I don't know when the next time I'll be there. Like it's at the Park Place Mall.
Yeah,
It's
I know, it's
way
so
down
far away.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to work there.
It's actually only like,
30 minutes.
depending on time of day
Like
you go.
25-ish.
Yeah, I'd say it's like 25 minutes. Unless you hit like rush hour traffic. If you're trying
It's
to go,
crazy
like-
that it's right across from the Elcon Mall. Like, how would that
Yeah, it's
ever
not
wo-
far.
How that ever worked out is wild to me.
Well, there are well, it's actually no, it's farther. It's farther up the
A
road
little
than
bit.
that
It's
because
not
the
too
ones
far.
at Alvernon,
Yeah.
and then the other one's way up at just before Swan. It's
Only like 5 or
Craycroft.
10 minutes, though.
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah.
but
That's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
right across the
Being-
street.
Yeah, but being that close is wild.
yeah, especially because like Foothills and Tucson are hell and gone
Yeah.
from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, dude, I haven't been to a mall in so long. Like I go to
You
we
went
go
for
to
a haircut with me
we go to Tucson. Yeah, but that was
a while ago.
8 months ago.
6 months ago.
It's only 6.
Yeah, your beard's still growing in nicely.
Yeah, beard's still looking homeless.
Sideburns are getting a little out of control.
Yeah, I trim them all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I trimmed them like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
I took off like 1.5 inches.
I gotta trim mine up. You gotta help me with my.
With your neckline?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I got those sweet, sweet genetics where mine just stops. It's like my body is like, hey, don't grow
Mine
anymore
goes all the way
down there.
Daniel's goes pretty low.
Right here.
Yeah,
I think that's.
yours is higher.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yours is probably like a half an inch higher.
Yeah, mine just stops. Nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, to be fair, you are covered up.
to be fair,
To be
fair,
I am what?
You are covered up with your beard. Like it, even if you wanted to, your neck beard.
well, I
won't show.
remember when we were at the barbershop and the guy went to go line up the bottom, and you were like, "Don't even worry about it."
And then he looked and he was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, dude, genetics. It just naturally stops at like the perfect spot to
Yeah,
like never have to worry about it, never having that itch, never having a neck beard. Like,
yeah, I gotta worry about it.
yeah. The worst part is once you do TRT, I've never had a hairy back.
Yeah,
And as soon as I started taking
Hairy
testosterone
back.
shots, my hair started growing on my back. I'm like, this sucks.
my next doctor visit.
Because now
gonna
I'm
get my
so
teeth
wide,
checked.
I can't
Reach it.
shave it.
Yeah,
So that sucks.
make my mom do it.
Every once in a while. A couple
gotta-
times a year, I'm like, hey, woman, come here. She goes, what? I just hand her a razor while I'm in the shower. I just turn my back to her. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. It sucks, dude. I hate it. Like, I'm not like a super hairy dude. Like,
No, you're pretty normal.
realistically
than your
speaking,
beard, yeah.
like just like my legs aren't like crazy.
Yeah.
Yours are like fucking Wolfman, which is weird because your arms aren't very hairy at all. And neither is your chest, but your legs. You and your brother got some hairy ass legs. Like, dude, look at that.
Yeah,
Dude, look how crazy that is, dude.
Yeah.
Look at mine.
yeah,
That's not shaving.
yeah. Where that comes from is wild.
Like, I don't shave any.
You must get that from your mom.
must, dude.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
your hairy ass Mexican
it's
mama.
all right. I get most of my hairiness from my mom.
I don't know. Her legs are shaved every day.
Like, dude, that's so gnarly. Yeah, you don't get that from my side, dude. You've
And-
met all of my side. They're not very hairy people. A couple of us are bearded.
Hey, your dad can grow a beard pretty quick.
He can. He can grow a pretty nice.
It's pretty
beard.
impressive how fast he grows it too.
Yeah, as soon as he takes vacation. So right around Thanksgiving, it'll be just before Thanksgiving. He goes on vacation, doesn't come back till the beginning of the year, and he doesn't shave
Oh, he
during
takes a
that
3-month
time.
vacation.
Well, it's like a month and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he winds up. He
Oh, to
counts
the new year.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
new
okay.
year. So he counts backwards, and because he only took off a couple of days, he only ever takes off a couple of days. Like he takes off Rachel's birthday, and sometimes a couple days around there. But traditionally, he only takes off 1, maybe 2 days. If their anniversary is in the middle of the week and he can take it off, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Her birthday, he always takes off. Other than that, doesn't take off any time off, so he just banks it. And he's done that my entire life.
Yeah.
He just banks his time off, which is why we were able to, growing up, we'd go back to Colorado every winter.
Okay.
Because he'd have the time off. We'd go hang out at either his dad's or his brother's.
How long has he been with ABM?
29 years.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So
Older
he's
than
got
me.
time.
Yep.
Well, not older than me. I forgot I'm 30. I forgot I'm 30.
Yeah.
Older than me.
Yes. Much older than you. Almost 10 years.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there
That's
since
a decade, my friend.
he's been there since 94
Yeah, right after I was born.
So just about
or
11 years.
95.
Then that would be 10.
Let's see. It's 20. So I think it was 95
Okay.
because I think next year is his 30 years.
Okay.
Yep. With the same. I mean, it's been bought out several times, but yeah, that's. Yep. Got some time in, but he's maxed out for time off, but he's
Yeah.
always done. And then I traditionally do it too. Mostly just because for up until I got with your mom, dude, I had no reason to take time off.
Mhm.
Like I'd take off time for my birthday if my aunt came down. But if she didn't, and what she did a couple of times, like I think 2 or 3 times she'd come down and then I'd take a couple days or a week off or whatever.
Mhm.
And then I'd take time off for Mardi Gras or for bike rally
Mhm.
if I could make it to those back in Texas. But otherwise,
No,
Like,
like
I-
Shaw Classics or anything?
not back then because Shaw Classic wasn't a thing.
Well, I mean,
so-
like something like it.
No, I always wanted to, but I was always by myself. And even though I was always cool just chilling by myself,
Mhm.
I didn't really want to go do events by myself.
Yeah, I hear you.
And none of my friends are into those sports.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, why go to, like, I always wanted to go to World's Strongest Man, but it's
Mhm.
typically, if it was in America, it was typically like Florida, like North Carolina, sometimes California.
Mhm.
I was like, well, why would I want to travel those places by myself? Like whenever I'm traveling by myself, I tend to just kind of like go do a little bit of sightseeing, and then I just kind of post up wherever I'm at.
Yeah.
When I'm in Texas, I bomb all over the place because I know it. It's
Mhm.
familiar. It's home. Like I can just go do stuff.
Mhm.
But if I'm going to a place I don't normally go to, I would just go do my event and stay in my hotel, and it almost wouldn't be worth the trip.
Mhm.
And then I'd be kind of like, it took me a long time to be comfortable around big groups of unfamiliar people.
Mhm.
So back then, I never would have been. Now I'm cool. Like now I've done it so many times that I just go hang out with people, and I've matured and I've gotten past that like social anxiety thing.
Mm.
But I had social anxiety bad for years.
Really?
Yeah. It took a long time for me to like get to the point where I'm cool. Like I don't feel tense.
I've got a lot of social anxiety, so I understand.
Like I used to. Well, I also used to be like way more aggressive as a person. So like if you put me like in the mall, walking around with friends, I'm cool as a cucumber. Going around by myself, I'm real tense, and everything would like ignite me. So like if a dude just kind of like looked at me funny, like I'd get like real aggressive. And there were a couple times like I got into fights in the mall over nonsense.
Mhm.
So like I was just too tense of a human. And then so I just wouldn't go do my own thing. So just didn't really take time off. Like if I did, it was typically just hanging out at home. Like if I called in sick but wasn't like feeling too bad, I
Mhm.
just kind of taking a cheat day or whatever. I'd typically like go to the gym, come hang home, chill, watch movies, just relax.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I don't know. I had a really boring lifestyle.
Mhm.
Like now it seems like it never stops, but most of that is because your mom loves to do so much.
Mhm.
Like we're go. So now I've got someone I can enjoy like going and doing adventures with. So now I'm all about it. I always wanted to do that stuff. I just didn't have like a ride or die fucking homie to be hanging out with. To be like,
Hmm.
oh, let's go do this thing, and just be like, yeah, and like super excited about it.
Yeah.
So now every year I love going like, hey, this year I kind of want to do this. And she's like, yes, let's do it. And she's just like super freaking pumped to do
Mhm.
it. So now I love doing those things.
No, I get it.
So yeah, before I was like, like when you went to Boston. Like if I was
Mhm.
going with friends, I'd love to go do something.
Yeah.
But would you go do that by yourself?
Yes.
You would have just flown to Boston knowing no one and just to do something?
Yeah.
When have you done that? Like have you ever actually done that? Like put that in
No.
practice?
Always been with somebody.
Yeah. So like you've gone and done adventures.
Yes.
But have you ever just been like, you know what? I'm just gonna go do this thing all by myself.
Other than like driving to like Bisbee, but anything larger than that, no.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
like
Or going to like Red Rock or something by myself just to hang out
yeah,
for a
just
little
like
while.
some like day stuff.
Yeah, day stuff.
But not like
but not like a full trip.
Yeah,
No.
and
But
that's-
I would if so my problem is I always run into if I
That's why. That's why I didn't try. Dang it! I just dropped out my left ear. There's something wrong with.
microphone
me
just
too.
cut.
Is it everything just cut?
No,
Yeah.
just my left.
Yep.
My right cut. Oh, there it is.
Okay,
Oh.
so there's a short. That's what this problem is. That problem we were having a few weeks ago. That's
When
what
you
it
were
is.
hitting it. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Jeez.
It's that button.
I didn't think that was gonna work.
You know when you have to hit it, the
Yeah.
box TV?
Like Fonzie.
Yep.
Yeah, just to make it work.
Yeah.
You're the opposite effect. If you hit it, everything turns off.
Yeah, we found that out on one of our first episodes that we did together.
Yeah. This thing's got. I need to open it up and see why that switch is shorting. I've been trying not to bump the table.
Yeah, I won't do it again.
Like, does it doing? Is it still being kind of goofy?
There it is.
Yep. So it's something.
Oh, it came back and went away. There it is.
Hello, hello, hello,
Hello,
All
hello.
right.
Like I was saying, I think one of the biggest problems that I run into is when I want to plan something like that, it's so much more financially like suitable to do it with like at least one other person instead of trying to do it all by myself.
Yep.
Even though I would love to do trips like that, like I would love to like go somewhere because I like to travel for food. Like when I went to Seattle, like all I did was eat. When I went to Boston, all I did was eat.
Yeah.
And went to the car and bike show. But I would love to travel more.
I wonder.
It's
where
just
this
I
spec
feel like I don't have the
is.
confidence to do it alone because of the financial aspect of it.
Is that mine?
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Understandable.
Things are expensive
Yeah,
right now.
they're pricey. Even my trip to Boston was pretty pricey.
Yeah, that was
That was a few years ago.
what, 2017, 18. I think it was like 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah,
That was pretty pricey then.
Yeah, well,
It was still
everything's-
more manageable then, but like
Yeah, but
things have gone
edgy.
up.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't think you can afford it today.
No, I couldn't.
Like,
Mm-mm.
I like when I went to New York in December of 19. That was stupid expensive.
Mhm.
I was like, what the? How? Like,
Why did you guys go to New York again?
I had training. I had
Oh,
a
okay.
work thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You told
So
me.
she was able to bomb all over New York while I was in
Working.
Yeah, while I was doing classes all day.
Were they
we were there
like
for a
physical,
week.
like hands-on classes?
Yeah, there was a lot of labs.
Cool.
Isn't that
So-
like your second time going to NY?
No, it was my first. That was the only time. I went to Minnesota a bunch of times though.
yeah.
Yeah, I went to Minnesota a
That's
handful
where
of
you
times.
got us the bear snow globes.
Yeah, the bear and the moose.
yeah.
yeah.
Richard broke the moose, but I still had the bear.
Yeah, he
The
still
bear.
has the moose, but it unfortunately broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I brought you guys back a few different things from New York.
Bueno.
But yeah, went to Minnesota
go.
a couple of times for work, and then went to New York. Those were fun. But yeah, the New York one was all lab. It was like a bunch of classroom and lab. So you do a lot of different, like just information dumps, just
Mhm.
dropping slideshows on you, and then there would be like different tests, and then you'd go out and do practical labs with a lot of troubleshooting and a lot of diagnostics and a lot of like really solid information.
Mhm.
Sadly, most of what I learned there probably won't trickle down to Arizona.
Were you
for a
doing it
while.
like 8 hours a day?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, minimum.
Wow.
Yeah, there was one day that
I'll be right back.
there was a day that we were doing a lot of lab work, and there was a bunch of new systems that I'd never even heard of before. And a couple of us guys got really pumped on this one style system, and we stayed behind after they were like, okay, man, see you guys tomorrow. I was like, hey, can I like hang out and go back in the lab and check this stuff out? And he's like, yeah, we're going to be here for like 4 more hours, like in this building. So yeah, you can check out whatever you want. And the guy was like so into what he does. He came in there and was answering questions for us. And then one of the engineers that's actually like helping design the system
Okay.
came over, and we were like picking his brain. We're like, oh, what if this and what if that? Like, it was really cool. We really got to like tear into this unit. And a few years ago, I found one place that has them. I was like, holy crap. Like 3 years later, I finally get to like work on one of these in real application. Really neat stuff. Just like really technological equipment. So that was cool. So I hung back, and that was the day that your mom was coming back from way up north seeing Carrie.
Okay.
And because Carrie lives so damn far away, she was like, hey, I'm really sorry. You know, I'm still like 2 hours out. And I was like, that's cool. I'm going to hang out here then. She was like, what? And I was like, this stuff's I kept sending her pictures. I was like, hey, can I take some pictures in here? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like showing her pictures of the labs and stuff. And she was like, oh, that's really neat. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, we'll order food when you get home, like when you get back. Like, don't worry about it. Take your time, drive safe. Because it was snowing hard.
Yeah.
I was like, take your time, just get here safe. Don't worry about me. I'm chilling. I'm good. And I made a couple of pretty good buddies there. Then they were all just as fascinated. So we hung out for like another 2 hours just checking out all the equipment in the labs. Because it's stuff that some of that we'll never see in Arizona because Arizona doesn't run a lot of gas for heating.
Okay.
So a lot of that stuff I was trying to absorb because it's very uncommon I run into it. So it was like a one and done for me to ever learn this equipment.
What do we use for heating our air?
Primarily reversing valves. Yeah. Well, not really electric. Like the house here, we've actually got a gas furnace.
Okay.
But most places around here use heat pumps.
Okay.
So you're just reversing the flow of refrigerant through the system.
Okay.
So the same system running one direction is cooling, and then when you flip it to heating, you're going through a reversing valve, and everything's basically backwards.
Okay.
So like right now, we go in there, you get cold air blowing out of the vents. When you put it into heating, you'll actually get cold air blowing out of the outside unit.
Okay.
So like right now, if you went over to the condenser, put your hand over it, it'll be about 120, 130 degrees on an average day blowing up. But then in the wintertime, you go over there and it's blowing like 40 or 50 degree air up.
Oh, wow.
So you're already cold and then it starts blasting you.
Yeah.
So basically all day long, I'm working in the exact opposite temperature like than what I would want to be.
Okay.
So if I'm working on an AC that's blowing cold and it's already 115 on the roof, I'm also being hit by like 140 degrees from the condenser.
Wow.
So if you stand over it, it's like that scene in T2 where she's up against the fence and the nukes just blast you. Like that's what it feels like. So, but yeah, the couple of the systems were these multi-compressor systems. So like here I've got one compressor, one stage. It comes on, it runs. You've got 2-stage systems, and in an older 2-stage, you've got 2 compressors. And you've got stage 1, stage 2, just like turbos. Like one will come on, and then the second one will come on as it needs to. In the modern ones, you have a single compressor that is 2 stages.
Okay.
So it's got 2 separate sets of windings and everything in there in the first one to energize. But on some of their stuff, they've got like 3 and 5 stage systems.
Oh, wow.
So like they had one that was 3 stages with 2 compressors. So you have one compressor that's single stage and then one that's 2 stage, and you can create 3 different tons of AC out of it. So you'll have like a 2.5 ton compressor, and then you'll have a 5 ton compressor that you can turn on that 5 ton as 2.5 tons or as 5 tons. Or you'll have a 7.5 ton and a 2.5 ton compressor to make up a 10-ton compressor, but you can run it as 2.5, you can run it as 5, you can run it as 7.5, or you can run it as 10. So you have 4 different stages of power usage depending on your need. So like it gets in, and then the control side of that's really interesting to try to troubleshoot and diagnose anything. So yeah, we just like got real in the weeds. And then these ESC motors, so these electronic speed control motors. So like I got an ESC in the house, but most systems you've got a single stage motor with a belt turning a fan, just a big squirrel cage fan. And then they started slowly putting in multi-speed motors. Well, now they've got electronic speed, so they're actually being driven by what's called a VFD, a variable frequency drive, that slowly ramps up how much voltage it's sending to the motor to slowly speed it up and slow it down. It's the same principle as my RC car.
Okay.
Every time I'm slowly throttling in, all it's doing is increasing the voltage going to the motor. And that's what's happening in these.
Okay.
And that was really new. I never thought I'd see anything like that in practical application. And then I started finding them slowly on some of these newer builds.
Okay.
And people that are spending more money on their AC would have them. And it's a really solid system until it breaks.
Okay.
So it's like a diesel. It's way better, and then when it breaks, it's way
It's
more
way
expensive.
worse,
So it was just really cool stuff. I really
I get
dug
that.
it. I would love to go back to some training like that. Plus, that part of New York was really cool. Like we bombed all over Rochester and Syracuse.
Okay.
Your mom was all over the state though, because she went all the way up north. Because Carrie lives like on the border of Canada, and then the missus lives in Pennsylvania, so they went to Buffalo to hang out. So she was checking out all kinds of New York.
Yeah.
We never went to the city, but we were checking out like everything else north
Gotcha.
of the city. Yeah, upstate New York is beautiful. I do like it. I would never live there,
But it's beautiful.
but it is beautiful. Minnesota, same thing. It's really pretty, but I'd never live there. We landed in Chicago, so I got to see like a little bit of it when we landed there, and I've actually landed there a couple of times. And Chicago O'Hare is a massive airport.
Yeah.
It is. It's like a city. It's really crazy. Yeah, Apple. But
You gonna eat on the podcast?
nope, he's not. We've also been going for 2.5 hours. I don't know how many people are actually going to watch this whole thing, but post it and find out.
I know one.
Now I got to think of a name for this one.
Rick doesn't know how to dress. That shit was so funny. That killed me. I thought I was gonna throw up. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'll have to.
Did you bring out 3 apples?
Yes, he did. 1,
Why?
2, 3.
Do you have 4 of them with you?
Just 3.
Do you have another one in his pocket?
And a knife.
I can't eat
weirdo.
apples normally.
Yeah, no, he has to carve them up.
Oh yeah, because of your braces.
Yep. Alrighty.
Been fun.
Rachel.
I got
Where
some.
is she?
I got some homework to do.
Yep. Yeah, man, you have to watch those. So what we're gonna start with Attack on the Block.
Attack of the Block.
Check
and
it out.
then,
If you've never seen it. It's great.
The Kingsman.
Yep.
series.
Kingsman. All of those are fantastic. Yep. I know I didn't steer you wrong. All 4 of those are gonna be fantastic films to watch. Dude, I'm so freaking pumped right now. Like
Yeah, it worked for
Nothing-
2.5 hours.
nothing without a hiccup. Now once I watch the playback, that's when I'll know. But
Yeah.
And that's
So-
when I can eat my apples.
yep, and that's when you can eat apples. So
An
if
apple-
you've actually watched all of this, thanks for hanging out. I know there wasn't we didn't have a show map. I was just mostly wanted to test my new computer and make sure everything worked, and then just see what kind of hilarity ensued.
If you have watched it this far, comment down tree apples.
I don't think anyone's going to do that. I don't give many comments. It's kind of sad. Like it's the only I'm getting views, and I'm slowly gaining followers. I need to figure out what it is that I need to get people
Comments.
to comment, and what I need to change to start getting more followers.
Maybe more interaction with followers.
I don't know how to do that if no one's commenting, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I'm finally in the double digits, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, well, what do I got to do to get triple digits? What do I
Yeah.
got to do to start getting some comments on these bad boys?
I don't
Yeah,
know who
maybe
you-
just the more traffic we get, the more comments
yeah,
you'll get.
slowly. I need
Yeah.
more traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comments. Who's your favorite Markiplier or Jacksepticeye?
What was
What's your favorite
what?
anime?
Mine.
Yeah.
What was your question, Dad?
I was just trying to get you to repeat what you just said because I didn't catch it.
Oh, who's your favorite YouTuber, Markiplier or Jacksepticeye?
I
don't
know
know either
I
one
know
of
who
those.
Markiplier is. I don't know who the other one is.
Oh, he's this.
So Markiplier.
He's
I don't know.
He's
an
not my
Irish-
favorite. He's
he-
not my favorite YouTuber.
He's an Irish YouTube streamer who plays a lot of games and
Dude,
reacts to a lot of.
Markiplier was blowing up like PewDiePie.
Mhm.
He just didn't quite reach the level as PewDiePie.
Mm.
But he was like at the same time doing a lot of the same stuff.
Okay.
And how he didn't blow up higher because they're there for a while, dude. They were like in the runnings, and I only know that because both of these guys were hooked on watching their stuff.
Okay.
Like I knew about PewDiePie really early on when he still only had like I don't know a couple thousand subs because these guys were hooked on him.
Mhm.
Like they were very much in the beginning and watched the entire rise of PewDiePie's career.
Yeah, he's this really good. Doesn't care about his, how many, like, he doesn't care about
the popularity of his like channel. He just wants to be like Keanu Reeves. He doesn't care about popularity.
Basically, the exact opposite of Mr. Beast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like not doing it for the views, just happy to be hanging out with the community.
gotcha.
So
And he's Swedish too. That has no
Anyways,
relevance, but he's
so
Swedish.
what was your? He asked you what's
Favorite
your favorite
anime?
anime?
favorite anime?
Gun to your head, you can only choose one.
Dude, he's big on anime.
I know.
He knows so many obscure anime, and he like knows all the characters. He's like, "Hey, Dad, see the shirt? Yeah, so this is so and so and such and such." I'm like, "Nah, I won't remember any of that."
I don't know what's yours, Alvin. I'm gonna sit on it for a minute.
One Piece.
That's really good.
One Piece.
Crap. You left me with no time here, guy.
You've had all the time in the freaking world. Just start naming things.
I don't know. Fairy Tale.
My Hero Academia. And the other one that looks kind of like My Hero Academia. What's the one with all the volleyball you guys are always watching?
Oh no, that's Richter. That's Haiku. Or
Oh,
something like that.
Haiku. Haiku's my favorite. Yeah, there's one where I like play volleyball, but it's like intense, like Dragon Ball Z level volleyball.
There's also
It's like
another.
Super Saiyan spikes and stuff.
There's this one about a basketball.
Yeah,
that's
there's-
basically like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
there's
I've
another
never
one.
watched. I never cared
Yeah,
about
dude,
basketball.
Richter
that
loves
much.
all that stuff. Eats that stuff up.
Really?
Yeah.
He's really big on that high school
Well,
semi-life anime ones.
Yeah, but he was also been young, dude.
Yeah.
He's been watching that stuff since he was like 12 or 13. Like it made sense. It was made for him.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I gotta say, Octonauts is my favorite anime.
Octonauts?
or probably Paw Patrol. Like,
Garfield's my favorite anime.
Garfield's my favorite anime.
I hate Mondays.
I don't know. It's like, see, for me, I'd be torn between a couple, but I haven't watched anything modern, really. Like I've watched One Piece, if that's considered modern.
The live action.
Not
one.
really.
No, I've watched some of the
Oh,
anime.
really?
Yeah, I've watched some of the anime.
The anime's old.
Yeah, 1996.
But like
Still
it's
ongoing.
still running though, is my point.
Yeah.
So like I haven't watched any of the modern stuff. I'm not like caught up by any stretch.
Me neither.
Um,
but like,
But One Piece is fun. There's a lot of filler.
Figured Avatar was your
So
favorite.
much, but Avatar is definitely like top 3. Again, it'd be like depending on my mood. Avatar is probably going to be my favorite most of the time, but I love Dragon Ball.
perfect.
And
setup.
I'm one of the few people who likes Dragon Ball more than Dragon Ball Z.
Mhm.
But that's because like I was into that for a long time while Dragon Ball Z was still kind of growing. Dragon Ball Z is fun, but I like the lighthearted humor of Dragon Ball.
Mm.
Like just
Your
kind of
balls
like
are missing.
lower stakes. What's it? Master Roshi.
Master
Yeah.
Roshi,
He was always one of my favorite characters.
the first
And
guy
then-
who taught Goku the Kamehameha.
Yeah, he's the
wave,
one who taught him the Kamehameha wave.
which
um,
basically translates.
Plus, he's always
to
just
turtle
chilling,
wave.
wearing the Hawaiian shirt with the sunglasses and flip flops. Like he's such a chill character.
Plus, he's also kind of a perv.
He is, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of that in anime, though.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of them. I really liked Lupin the Third. That was one of my favorites when it was a thing. Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Speed Racer was very much anime. That's one of
Mm.
my old school favorites. But I don't know. I didn't really like. I just kind of watched whatever was on, and if I
Mm.
liked it, I kept watching it. Like I
Gotcha.
watched a little bit of Bleach. I liked that for a while.
They made a new series.
And then there was another one around the same time as Bleach that a buddy of mine had been watching.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I love Full Metal Alchemist.
Brotherhood.
I haven't seen Brotherhood.
No, not familiar with that either.
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Is that
No, I
the
haven't
live
seen it.
action one?
No.
Oh, because they did a live action
Yeah.
of that, right?
Yeah, but
I
it
never
was
saw it.
terrible.
I never saw it.
My opinion.
I liked what was the other one that people shit on when they made the live action with the rice. The dude's always eating the rice, or the noodles. His dude's always eating noodles.
Naruto.
No, with the metal arm. Damn it! They just made the live action and people destroyed it. So I
Cowboy
didn't come back.
Bebop?
That's the one. Thank you. I liked Cowboy Bebop. Which is funny because it's almost like Avatar. They really did follow it quite a
Yeah,
bit, beat for beat, and people lost their minds.
Yeah.
Oh, they destroyed it.
I loved
Watch
they brought the corgi.
when that show came out and people
Yeah,
lost
the
their
corgi.
minds. I went through and rewatched
The
the
first season,
first season of the
Bebop.
show, and I was like, "What are you talking about? It's the same damn thing." Like
Yeah, people did the same thing with Avatar.
people, so stupid,
Yeah.
dude. And some, not as many people did it with One Piece, but I think because the Cowboy Bebop thing, I will never understand why people gave that show shit.
No, it was great.
I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the actors.
Yeah, the acting was awesome in it.
Like, but it followed.
Yeah, it really did.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm just old.
No, people, like we talked about this before. What happens is somebody gets attached to something and they really enjoy it, and then somebody will make a version of it, and even if it's like on the beaten path and follows the story and follows the character development and follows everything the right way, because it's different, they don't like it. Did you make it?
Yep.
Kobe.
Nice. That's what happens. It's different, so they don't like it.
It just pisses me off.
No, I completely agree with you.
Like if it's actually doing, and the only reason it pisses me off is because it's proving to the studios that you don't want something that looks the same. You want it to be different, and then they go through and
They change it.
they change other things, and
Yeah.
that's where we get problems. If they actually follow and they're in, and like even the actors were like, "This is what I want to be
Yeah,
doing."
the source
like,
material.
They cared about the source material. They
Mhm.
wanted to do it. They did a good job, and then the whole world shits on it, even though it's the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's nuts, dude.
And then
It's
now,
nuts.
the next time they do an adaptation, people are gonna be, the studios are gonna be like, no, when
We
we
have to
made
change
it,
it.
when we made it the same, people hated it. Let's change it,
Mhm.
and then they're gonna ruin
And it
everything.
falls apart, yeah.
And which is what they're doing to everything else. So all Disney's
I
doing.
really,
right
really,
now.
really, really, really hope that Avatar does not do that, because book 2 is my favorite.
I don't think they will. I think that they saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
They saw that they only got by because they did such a stellar job
Mhm.
following the book
Mhm.
that they're going to have to follow book 2 to the T, just
Yeah.
like they did 1.
My
And,
cabbages.
dude, I cannot wait for Bossing Say.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
That's what I'm super
am
pumped on.
so stoked to
Yeah.
see how they do that.
There's
There
no
is no
war
war
in
in
Ba
Bossing
Sing
Say.
Se.
I was
I
waiting
cannot
for you
wait,
guys
dude.
to mention if there was a war in there. Just
There's
so I
no
could
war in
interrupt
Ba
you.
Sing
In the
Se.
last like 5 minutes, we've said the same thing at the same time. It's pretty cool.
That one, like
3 times.
I love that show. So I mean, it probably it probably would be my favorite anime all the time.
Okay.
Like every time. There's a few other ones that I'll mention that I like, but
That
I
you like.
think I would take that one every day of the week.
Okay.
Because I've watched that show so many
Did you
times.
ever watch Ava Evangelion?
I don't think so.
It's the one about the guys in mechs. It's what Pacific Rim is based off of.
Okay, then no.
Really good. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out.
There's
Well-
been a couple that are like Pacific Rim, like 86.
It's the original one, though.
Okay.
Well, technically, I would have to know when those were created because I think the original is Robot Jocks. Robot Jocks was an actual movie that predates. So I would like to know if it predates what you're talking about,
I'm going to look it up.
or if Robot Jocks is a ripoff of a different anime. Because Robot Jocks is a very low budget, kind of terrible but awesome 80s film. Like very early 80s. 19 oh no, I guess late 80s. I guess it was 89. Wow, it was way newer than I thought it was. Because in Robot Jocks, people have to. So here, I'll read it to you. In the distant future, mankind has forsaken global wars for battles of single combat. The world has been divided into 2 opposing superpowers, with each side represented by trained champions. Their weapons are huge robotic machines capable of battle on land, sea, and in the air. So they actually have to. They fight in giant mechs for different territory. And that's how wars are settled. It didn't, like, it was very low budget.
Oh, this was 95.
95?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is 1989. 5.5 IMDb, 40% Rotten Tomatoes, 2.9 out of Letterboxd. I would agree with that. And this is still 1,000 times better than Long Legs. The storyline's better. It makes more sense. The CGI
Dated.
didn't exist.
Yeah.
So it's all practical effects and it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
I love this movie so much.
Okay.
It's hard to watch, like if you've never seen it. Like I grew up loving it, so I can watch it. But like, yeah, it's kind of terrible, but I love it so much.
It's like the first RoboCop.
Very same vein,
Okay.
dude. Like when Ed 209 is like,
Yeah.
you're like, wow, look at all those wires. Like that's exactly what Robot Jox is like.
Okay.
But they're in mechs the same size as Pacific Rim.
Okay.
But they're fighting in like this big open field, and it starts off where they're fighting over Alaska because of its oil fields.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the territory that these two nations are warring over.
Okay.
And so they go to war, and then whoever wins the territory. And that's how all land disputes and everything, that's how all war is settled. I would love a remake of Robot Jox.
Gotcha.
It is so good. Most people are wearing masks in it because of the polluted air or whatever. So people on the left would love it because they can wear masks.
Mm-hmm.
You get to wear your masks. You feel so safe.
Evangelion has the whole like rift thing where you're connected with
Right
the
on.
driver and the
Okay.
it's two people in the mech.
This is not like that
Okay.
at all. It's one dude being a
That's pretty sweet though.
Yeah.
I've always been obsessed with mechs.
dude. Yeah,
Like
Mech Assault.
ever since I was a kid.
I used to
So
play all the
fun.
games, dude.
Yeah.
Mech Assault and all
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
So fun. I've always been obsessed with them. I want a mech so bad. I want to cosplay one really bad.
Me too. I'd
have-
love to make one.
That'd be really fun.
Have you seen Darling in the Frank?
No.
Ooh, I think you would really like that.
Darling in the Frank?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
It's basically a mech, but two people in the
In
cockpit.
one suit? Yeah.
But it's one man, one girl.
Okay.
One man, one girl.
Yeah, as it should.
60% CPU. I'm so happy right now.
Have you ever seen
Okay.
High School of the Dead?
No. I think you and I talked about this at one point.
Really?
Sounds familiar.
You boys like Mexico?
What are you gonna do with those 3 dopers you picked up?
You boys like Mexico? Alrighty. Well,
I love acid.
candy bars.
Candy bars.
Candyman.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
He's licking the glass.
All right, 2 hours and 46 minutes, no problems. We'll have to go through and while doing a editing overview, see what's happening. But I think I'm going to go to bed because I have to work tomorrow.
I'm gonna do some homework.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Probably play games.
Run a marathon.
Definitely not. Right.
Rachel,
I'll probably watch some more anime,
where's Rachel?
or maybe find out where I can watch Attack on the Block.
It's
On the TV
they're
out in the living room.
He's
I'm
about to
gonna
go watch it.
Oh,
You can go watch it with him.
You want to
Yeah.
watch it with me?
yeah, I'm down.
All right.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah, watch it with me.
You watch Attack the Block.
You very.
And then comment and tell me what you think. Tell me if I steered you wrong, if I steered you right, if you've seen it before, if you've never heard of it before, if you don't like the block and you want it to be attacked, please tell us why. Please tell us why these are terrible people. And tell me what you thought about Ron's weed room. It's a room full of weed.
And
Belongs to Ron.
And talk about
Would
an
you
hour
like
and a half
some
ago
mustard?
when Randy said the funniest thing in
Or
the world.
ketchup.
Do what?
I said, and comment about how Randy said the funniest thing about an hour and a half ago. That killed me, dude. The way you said it was so funny. He thinks he looks cool. I'm gonna rewatch that just for that.
Just for that clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might make a
Alright.
short out of it if I can. I
think
think
you
I
should.
can. I think I can make shorts out of your videos.
You
can't
should
I?
be able to. Everyone else does. That's how everyone else
I'll have to
reviews.
figure out how to do that.
Would be funny is if you started doing your own thing on your phone, reviewing my show.
The show that I'm on.
And making it twice as long.
Yeah.
Just pausing every now and then, like, I remember this part.
Or just like take clips of it, clip it, and do the overlay of you talking
Yeah.
about what we just talked about. And just be like, and here's where Randy was wrong. Can you
This
believe
movie
he
was
said
terrible.
this guy, and like do it like you're not the guy in the podcast.
Yeah.
Just to be like, did you hear what this bald fucker said?
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Can you believe he likes Ghostface? What is wrong with him?
No,
We
I get.
We all
Ghostface.
know Freddy's the best. Like just but just like some
Yeah,
weird
yeah, yeah,
argumentative.
We
like,
all know
be-
he plays Scooby Doo instead
Just
of
be
Scream.
super argumentative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like we all know he's never seen a single Scream movie. Scooby Doo is as close as he's ever gotten to watching a Scream movie. Yeah, that'd be really funny.
That
If you do
would
like
be.
a super meta
like
take. Just
not tell anybody
like,
ever.
So
that
I
I'm the
sat
one in
down
the
for a
video.
2-hour conversation with this dick, and this is what he had to say.
This is my review of what
Run
he had
me
to
through
say.
the ground.
And make shorts of it.
And people start coming over here, be like, "Wow, what's a terrible guy saying?" And they're like, "He talked about movies for 3 hours." So I got catfished. Hee hee. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna end this one.
Good day.
If I can get my mouse to start working
Good
properly.
days, ladies and gentlemen.
So from Tucson, Arizona, I've been Randy, joined by a couple of Daniels.
Couple of Daniels.
Double
Goodbye.
D's.
Double D.
Randy,
Double Ds.
Randy and the Double D's.
Your Scatman soundtrack.
Damn it. All right. Tucson, Arizona. Out.
Double D.